E.T. phone home.
I'm just having some brewski beers at my Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Wendy, I'm home.
There is no place like home.
I'm home!
Hello and welcome to another episode of the House of Cinema podcast. I am your host, Joe Aragon. With me today, as always, Claira Curtis and Sydney Volpe. And in the house today, a discussion on Spider-Man Brand New Day, the latest and greatest from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The latest entry in the Holland Spider-Verse films. How are you guys feeling about Spider-Man today?
I'm pretty stoked. I'm fresh off a watch.
You guys just saw
you're
it.
super fresh. I've seen it twice now.
Joe's seen it twice now. Yeah, we're all in very different levels with it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We haven't had a Spider-Man conversation on the public side of things in the podcast, like exclusively a Spider-Man conversation.
Since probably when you guys did Across.
Oh, did we
Maybe.
do a cross?
Yeah, you
I don't
did.
know.
So
What year was that?
long ago.
2022?
I don't
No,
remember.
2023. It was the
23.
Oppenheimer year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, it's
Oh my
been a
gosh, I
while.
don't
I
even
know.
remember
But
that.
we were talking about them on the Patreon a little.
Yeah,
We've,
you guys
we've
have
talked
done all
Spider-Man on the
sorts of
Patreon a lot, which is why it
Spider-Man.
doesn't feel too foreign. But man, that Spider-Man guy, he's everywhere.
People love that spider guy.
People love that spider guy. We're looking at the numbers for this week's projections. Has there ever been, within like a 4-week period, 2 movies that make $1 billion that quickly?
Oh.
Ooh.
If anything, you're the one to ask that because I feel like you're.
I mean, I
know.
do try to keep my finger on the $1 billion pulse.
Yeah, I feel like you know a lot about what's like
I
on
feel
that
like
list.
it'd obviously be 2 animated films that come out over the summer or something.
You would want to go check 2019. That was the 1 year where we had like 7
Wow,
movies that made $1
really?
billion, something crazy like that.
That's a lot.
Maybe 5 or 6. I can't remember the exact number. So that might be the only year you can kind of compare the data to. But considering the Odyssey came out mid-July, this is the last day of July. Odyssey well on its way to make a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, I saw last night it passed Oppenheimer's domestic gross, so it's
Wow.
gonna make a lot of money.
And
Yeah.
for like anecdotal evidence, I saw this movie again on a Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Packed, buzzing theater. I mean, like everyone was in their seat before the trailers even ended. When the Dune prologue was playing, people were already in their seats.
Wow, and do you think that's because they knew that
No.
was gonna? Oh, no, you don't think?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
that's
think
interesting.
normal
I heard some people be
know
like,
that.
"Oh, what is this?" Like, get excited.
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't even aware
Yeah.
it was playing.
Oh,
I forgot that they played it. Which, by the way, I've seen it now.
do you like it?
Oh, that's right. You hadn't seen it.
Dude, it fucking rocks.
It's cool, right?
This is funny because you kind of very blatantly were like, I don't want to see it.
I know. I was very like, I don't need to watch a prologue. I want
Yeah.
to watch the whole thing in one sitting. But then they showed it to me. Mm-hmm. Whoa.
It's short. Yeah. It's not like ruining anything, I don't think.
No, but like, whoa. It got me so excited, man. I every time Dune comes out, I'm excited. The excitement then kind of goes away. And I'm in the recesses of my brain. I'm like, I love Dune. And then we prep for the new one, I'm like, oh, I really love
activate.
Dune.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sleeper
Shifting
agent
into
wakes
Dune
up.
mode.
And I'm like, oh shit, like Dune is like real.
It's really good.
Yeah, so that prologue really it did stuff to me. I also saw the trailer for Other Mommy.
Yeah, and did
That's
it scare
right.
you?
No.
Really?
Well, I was so
Oh.
hyper aware of like
Oh,
the noise around it that I think I just wasn't scared by it.
that's
Well, yeah,
interesting.
I didn't get like jump scared by it because I had already heard people talking about it, but I did think it was creepy.
I did think it was creepy and it looked great. I mean, Jessica Chastain, what an actress,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I like that she has a good range to do like these like crazy horror roles.
Yeah.
And I like
Yeah.
her a lot.
Do you see why I said it reminded me a little bit of Daddy's Head?
I
now?
do.
Yeah,
I
right?
do.
Yeah, there's
Shout out
a
to
lot
Daddy's
like
Head.
that.
Shout out Daddy's Head on Shudder.
On Shudder.
Yeah.
If you thought like the under the table scare was creepy, Daddy's Head has a couple moments like that, I think.
Yeah.
By the way, spoilers for Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Oh yeah.
So if you were
Yes.
hoping for a spoiler free, not happening. Sorry.
No.
We're jumping in this baby immediately. Jean Grey.
Oh,
No, I said it already.
dude.
I gave the warning. I gave the warning.
Marvel's worst kept secret ever. Which I have to say, down to the Tom Holland stuff, I hope one day we get to know like how much of that has been like fabricated. Like, because they obviously
Like,
leak
thing.
stuff on purpose.
What do you mean was fabricated?
Well, 'cause,
Like, were they like,
his
ooh,
whole thing
like-
is like, oh, it's
Yeah.
oops, we spoiled it. Oops, we didn't mean to
Silly
do that.
Tom.
Yeah.
Which I'm like,
Did Tom
has ever
spoil it?
is
No, he didn't.
no, but I'm just talking about like the history of spoiling Marvel films. Like, is Feige like, hey, in this interview, can you kind of like spoil this, but make it seem like it was an accident?
Absolutely.
The thing that springs to mind for me where I'm like, this is clearly like
Scripted?
Yeah, it's scripted. Is that there's that one video where he's sent the poster.
Yeah, and he like
for-
holds it up to the
and
camera.
holds
holds it up. He's like,
Right.
"Whoa,
Oh,
look
yeah.
at this!" And then he holds up the thing that's like confidential. Don't show it. And he's like,
Uh-oh.
"Oh."
Yeah, I mean that's clearly scripted and
Yeah.
for us to kind of poke fun and have fun with. But maybe in his future memoir that he'll call like Spider-Man, I'm a dad now and I'm done acting.
Spider-Man, brand
Spider
new
Dad.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spider Dad.
Spider Dad.
And he'll do like a tell-all, like, yeah, you know, none of it was real. Maybe a few moments here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk spoilers in this episode, obviously. I yelled out Jean Grey. I thought you were referring to the premiere in which popular musical artist Steve Lacy spoiled it for
That
everyone who was
too.
watching the live stream.
That was
That
awesome.
that seemed like an honest mistake.
That was
Yeah, that was-
very
that was
clearly not
genuine.
intentional.
Yeah.
So sorry to the people watching the live stream, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
all
Is
already
that really
know.
that big of a deal?
Let's ask each
We
other
knew.
this. We knew.
Yeah.
Who else could it have possibly been? Like, what were you thinking? If it wasn't Jean Grey, who would it have been? Who do you think it was?
I said to you guys that there was I saw some tweet that was like, Destin Daniel Cretton has confirmed that Sadie Sink will be playing Sarah Summers, which is the daughter of Jean Grey and Scott Summers, which
Right.
similar but different.
Yeah.
So I was actually watching the movie wondering if it was going to be something different than we thought, and then it wasn't.
It was not, yeah.
Well, and I guess it is a little fair to be a little surprised because we're seeing the X-Men come in, but it's like the OG X-Men. So you would assume Jean would be the same age as them, but obviously she's not, and so maybe that's why people are a little surprised as well.
Right.
If it wasn't going to be Jean Grey, my only other thought in theory was it was going to be Mary Jane Watson. Not MJ Zendaya, but
like
Mary
a
Jane
different,
Watson.
Like
just
a-
because she's a redhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly at that point. I mean, they literally kept her hooded in all the trailers, so we never knew what color her hair was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought maybe like that version or that universe is Mary Jane Watson, maybe. But going into it, I'm like, she's obviously Jean Grey. Like that's exactly what they want us to do or want to like us to be excited for. How did your theater react to that reveal, Sid? I'm just kind of curious.
Well, yeah, we all have different experiences here because my theater was only press, which I haven't really been to a screening like that for like a big franchise film like this. So we didn't get like the clapping and cheering at certain points that I think some theaters are getting, but
Lucky.
everyone did like gasp when it went to the computer and said Jean Grey. Not gasp and like surprise, but I feel like there was a collective knowing of like that was the official confirmation that it was
Yeah.
Jean Grey, and everyone was like, oh, like there it is, you
Zoom in
know.
on the name Jean Marie Grey. or
That was
whatever her
really
name
fun.
is.
I was like, this is so silly.
Yeah, so that was there was clearly like everyone was kind of laughing knowingly and pretending to be surprised, I think. But what was
Got
it
it.
like for you guys?
Well, the premiere is the premiere. I've said on this podcast several times, premieres are extra enthusiastic with their reactions, probably more than they need to be, a bit exaggerative at times. And so when that reveal happened, there was like cheers and clapping, and I half expected that. We saw it again, though, with a casual crowd.
Yes.
Sold out theater.
Yeah, at 12:15 on a Thursday.
Still the same reaction, by the way, if not more enthusiastic than my premiere
Really?
Oh,
crowd.
you reckon?
Around the same. I mean,
Okay.
there was a guy, bless his soul.
He was trying really hard to get everyone on his level.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was
He
not
was
going.
trying to get
Yeah,
other
there were like a lot of
people.
loud comments like, "Oh, I love Florence Pugh," you
Or
know?
like, honestly, sometimes they suck though. Like there'd be like a sad emotional beat and go Spidey, and
Yeah.
it's like, come on, man. Like, we
There's
don't
that
do
big moment where MJ says like, but I don't love you, and he goes, damn it.
Yeah, and
Real
it's just
loud.
like,
Oh, that's so not cool, dude.
I know, it's like we don't need to be doing this. Or like the movie was about to start and he goes, let's go. He like tried to get everyone all riled
hyped
up, and it
and-
was like, oh, okay.
So that was the crowd we were with.
Yeah.
12 o'clock
I was
on a
telling you
Thursday.
guys on the Patreon, and I couldn't say this because I didn't want to spoil it, but I told you like I brought my dad, and I thought it was cute that he came because he didn't really know. I had to like get him up to speed on like I was like, so everyone's forgotten who Peter Parker is,
Here's
and
a
he was
quick like recap video.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And he like leaned over and whispered stuff at me a couple times. And one of them was he goes when Florence Pugh came on screen, he was like, "Who is that?" And I go, "It's Florence Pugh." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then the other one was, I think it was when it flashed Jean Grey. They were like, "Oh, it's Jean Grey," and he goes, "Who is that?" And I go, "She's
That's
one of the
awesome.
X-Men." And he goes, "Oh, okay." Oh, and then the other thing was when Peter goes to visit Aunt May's grave. It says, the year she was born and she died, and he leans over and he goes, "She was born the same year as me." and I went, "Yeah, I noticed that too."
That's awesome.
So that was
That's
what my
great,
dad
that's
had to
great.
say.
Nice.
I mean, this movie, like I said earlier, is going to make buku bucks. We'll get, I'm sure, a variety of videos posted online of people's reactions to certain scenes.
Yeah.
Nothing to the extent of No Way Home, thank God.
No, which is a relief for sure.
Yeah.
A big relief. Let's back it up very quickly. Spider-Man relationship. How do we relate to Spider-Man? You guys like that guy?
I love that guy.
Does anyone not like Spider-Man?
Well, you famously said
Whoa.
we need less
Don't
Spider-Man.
put words in my mouth.
You did say that. You said we should
Whoa.
probably see less of him.
Oh, yes, I did say that.
Yeah, you
I
have
think
I
said
still,
that.
that's
I still
fair.
stand by that.
You do.
Look, distance makes the heart grow fonder. I subscribe to that mantra, and I subscribe to it in the capacity of media as well.
Yeah.
If we see Spider-Man every year in either a video game or an animated film or a live action film, you don't give your chance to miss the guy.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Everyone can be overexposed. No one. is
Everyone can
Yeah.
be oversaturated to an extent, and I
That's
think
true.
Spider-Man teeters that very often. I feel like there was one year where we had like a live action and animated and like
Yeah, and Spider-Man 2
a
came out
video
around
game
the same
comes
time.
out around the
Yeah.
same time. Like, man, this guy's everywhere.
He was
We
everywhere.
see this guy everywhere. But you love Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man. I grew up with the Maguire ones, which were like really fun. My dad was so adamant about like, we have to watch these. These are awesome. And so we watched them all the time. But like, honestly, I was especially attached to the Garfield ones.
Yeah, you
because-
are. I looked at the letterbox scores
No,
earlier
no,
today, and
stop.
boy, oh boy,
Stop,
are you
stop,
attached
stop,
to those.
I'm
Tasm
sure we'll do a
stan.
ranking and we'll have to air it out and we'll address it there.
The nice thing though about rankings is that it is like a generational thing, in that like
yeah.
every
Right.
generation of Spider-Man has the shooters, web shooters. If you
Wow, good
Oh,
job.
wow.
That's a good one. Well, and like I was thinking about it more, and the reason why I think I'm so attached to Garfield's is because when they were coming out, that was like when I was in like late middle school, early high school, and so it was like me and my friends going to the movie theater like on our own for like the first time, and so it was just like fun, like it's just exciting, like going somewhere
Yeah.
without parents, and so it added a lot of like extra nostalgia to it, I think. And also just like Andrew Garfield was like the guy.
Was the guy, yeah.
Was the
Yeah.
guy growing up.
too hot to play Parker?
No,
Peter
Peter
Parker's
Parker
hot.
is inherently hot. Sorry, he's hot.
Okay.
I think he was good at being nerdy.
he was. It's
Yeah.
a different kind of nerdy, but it's still like you're being silly.
At the
We don't have to
time.
rehash the is Garfield too hot as this Parker
Does that mean
conversation.
that you don't think Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire are hot?
I think they're all hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Garfield though is too hot.
No,
When he gets on his little skateboard and starts skating around, like, oh, you can't be doing that.
no, but that
I
was
think
like
you
the
just
whole
think
thing.
skateboards are hot.
Yeah, I do think
Well,
skateboards
they
are
are.
hot.
A bunch of
I mean, and they
losers ride
are.
skateboards.
I guess so.
It is like a specific type of guy who's a skateboarder.
So
Yeah, it's
you're a
true.
TASM guy.
Yeah, and like honestly, because of that, I for a long time boycotted the Holland movies. I was very upset when Garfield was replaced before he got another film, And then I finally watched them when we've been doing the Patreon series because we had to. And I enjoyed them, but I would say more critical than enthusiastic about them. But this was my first time ever watching a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie in theaters.
Oh, wow. That's
So
right.
that was fun and exciting.
Wow.
And that'll make it extra special for me.
Okay.
You
We'll
never
get to
saw.
your
You
thoughts on
didn't
the movie
see No
in a
Way
second.
Home. Interesting.
No, I saw it for
We did the Patreon
we did
episode on
it for a
it,
Patreon
That's
episode
right.
of
Oh
it.
my
yeah.
god,
last year.
That's right. That's
Okay,
crazy.
we'll get to your thoughts on Brandon Day in a second. Sid, Spider-Man.
I also love Spider-Man, and yeah, the Raimi films were it for me. Like I saw, I don't remember like when I saw the Garfield films, but I mean, Spider-Man 3 came out when I was 7 years old, and my entire bedroom was Spider-Man themed. All my school supplies were Spider-Man themed. My Build-A-Bears were wearing Spider-Man suits. Like, I was obsessed. And so I do have, I'm like a bit of a loyalist to the Raimi films, but I mean, the Spider-Verse movies are incredible.
Yeah, they are.
I've always struggled with the Holland films. Like, I never really liked Homecoming. I think Far From Home is fun.
Mid. Oh,
No.
Well, yeah, I know you don't like Far From Home, and I just rewatched No Way Home, and man, it kind of gets worse on every watch, man.
it has aged in a
Yeah,
really
it aged.
precarious way.
Yes. So, but was cautiously optimistic for this one, but I do think like you look at the Spider-Man catalog, and I think we've done like a pretty good job. There's a lot of great Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
Considering how long this franchise has been going on for, the consistency is staggering considering superhero media in general and how
Yes.
inconsistent superhero media is overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure, there are a couple of like roughs here and there, but overall, I mean, you could say every iteration has at least a dime in there or two.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up 02 Spider-Man 1, I was 12. I mean, you can't
That's
be more of a
formative.
perfect age for that.
Yeah.
It took over my life. And it came out in May, and my birthday's in May, so I remember going to see it for my birthday. And it was a big deal. Like, it was just like the coolest fucking thing you'd ever could see. And Spider-Man 2, perfect movie that would come out in 04. I'm still 14. I'm like, fuck yeah, Spider-Man rules. By the time Spider-Man 3 rolls around, I am less enthusiastic about that movie.
Okay.
Okay.
I remember being in high school being like, this is kind of mid and not liking
you had
it.
critical thinking.
Yeah. I had a little bit more critical thinking and not I wasn't a huge fan of it. We can talk, we will talk later our overall rankings. We can kind of dive into where they sit. But the TASM films, I remember just finding them like, I thought the first one was really charming. Did not care for the second one.
No.
Then Holland rolls around, and at this point, 2017, I'm a lot older, and I have the at least like ability to acknowledge these are going to be important to young people who are just getting Spider-Man themselves.
Yeah.
But I never did vibe with like, I liked Homecoming, did not like Far From Home, kind of mixed on No Way Home. So, but I've always liked Holland as Spider-Man, regardless of how the movie's final output was. I've always liked Holland as Spider-Man, which has always been like a reason to pull me back in.
Gotcha.
Spider-Man, though, would you guys agree, disagree? The most beloved superhero today, as of right now. I'm not talking like in
I
the
was
70s, 80s, 90s.
say
but
too, besides Batman, is Spider-Man like the hero with the most film iterations, like the most movies?
I would
well,
think s-
I would imagine. I mean, what do we got? How many Spider-Man movies we got? We got 3 Toby, 2 Andrew, 5, 4 Holland.
and that's not counting
That's
him
9.
appearing in like Civil War.
Yeah, and that's
Right.
excluding
Yeah.
all the
Are
other
we excluding
offshoots.
Venom movies? Those don't
Well,
count.
then we have all the Venom movies, Morbius, Madam Web,
Right.
Craven, that are like Spider-Man adjacent. Batman has what, like 3 from Batman,
like
Batman
15
Forever,
to 20.
Batman Returns. There's got to be more Batman movies.
I think there are more, especially animated.
The animated stuff is
stuff.
pushing them over for sure.
Superman has like what, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like at least like 7 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the
There's like
Cavill
4 old ones, and then there's the Cavill one, and then there's the Brandon Routh one. Then there's the most recent one that just came out. So there's got to be at least like 8 of those.
Yeah.
They all have a lot, but I do think Spider-Man. I don't know. I think Spider-Man has the most mass appeal,
But why?
which is because he's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I feel like he both has the appeal of like a larger than life superhero and a very grounded, like human
Yeah.
character that we can relate to. Because Batman has the whole billionaire thing, Superman has the whole god thing, and
Yeah.
Spider-Man's just some kid who got powers,
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that sums it up perfectly.
Yeah, I think it's undeniable that Spider-Man is just, as of 2026 at least, the most beloved superhero out there. Like, of course, Batman, Superman, right on his tails, whatever you want to say. But I think Spider-Man, you're right. There is like that accessibility that no other character has, and that he's just a guy, a young guy at that.
Yeah.
Anyone can put on the mask.
Exactly.
Right.
That's like a very famous quote that I feel like has resonated with a lot of people since it's been uttered, and that like I could be Spider-Man, And the Spider-Verse movies really have like cemented that quote, I think, and that like
Absolutely.
anyone can be Spider-Man, which is makes that character really special for a lot
so
of people.
Great.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
Okay.
Aw.
We can move on from that. We don't need to go into Rotten Tomatoes. We haven't done it in a while, mostly because it's just like
We just
so
like,
unnecessary.
we don't care.
We moved on. I think we've evolved from it.
Yeah. Well, can I ask a different like pre-movie question then?
Sure.
What do you guys think of the trend of like bigger movies having like a pre-roll where actors or the director are like introducing the movie or being like, thanks for coming?
I love it.
Did they do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it for Brand New Day today.
I
Yeah.
like it too.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's clearly they're just saying, hey, thanks for seeing this in a theater.
Exactly.
Tell your friends to watch it in a theater.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I also think it combats like a lot of the like really frustrating trend in modern film discourse where people seem to like not be having conversations with the knowledge that like people make movies and they don't
Right.
just sort of like appear, and just to be greeted with like, hey, we're the people who like made this movie and star in this movie, thanks for seeing it, because it's like a piece of art that we made. Yeah, it's personal and it's really cool, I think.
I love it.
Do you like
How-
it too?
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah,
Claira?
I like it as well. I think it struck me today because I feel like it's been a little while since I've seen one of those. Like, I can't remember the last one. Maybe it was Project Hail Mary, actually.
Yeah, I think Project Hail Mary had it.
I think they did it as well, which is like, and I think it's always cool, but I think I'm more, in a way, intrigued about like which movies are allowed, and I'm putting that in quotes, to do it. Because in some ways, I think it'd be as valuable or maybe even more valuable if like the smaller films were getting the chance to kind of do something like that. But then it's
That would
also
be
like,
cool.
if it was every movie, would we be getting annoyed?
Would be like if
Yeah.
that's a good question.
I wonder too because I remember there was one for After the Hunt, which
Oh,
was
there
kind of
was?
random, but I saw it
Oh.
at the Alamo Draft House, so I wonder if sometimes it's
Oh.
like they make one for like
They're
indie
commissioning
theaters or
them.
something, or
Or like
something
Alamo
like that.
specifically commissions them to like
They
do, it
do
for them.
stuff like that a lot.
Yeah, they do often.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any desire to watch this in ScreenX? Because this movie was shot for ScreenX, which again,
I'll do anything once, dude.
We've
Kinda
been joking
tempted.
about this for the last couple weeks. Like, oh, someone has a gun to Destin Daniel Cretton's head.
I
I'm
know
like,
as he's like promoting.
I
shot
shot
this
this
for
in ScreenX. I
ScreenX.
totally wanted to do it in ScreenX, but it does like a part of me feels like it's a bit of a cope, knowing they never had access to IMAX screens because the Odyssey has control over for even longer now.
Yeah, they've
apparently.
extended.
They've extended
Yeah,
the
more
theatrical
people
IMAX
run
run.
got
for
double
it.
screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
So, no interest in ScreenX, Clara?
I've seen it twice. I've done ScreenX twice, both by accident. I saw it actually for one of the Venom movies, and then the other one was Argyle, which is
Oh, Lord.
really funny.
Oh my god.
And it's funny because it's like, in theory, if it's shot with that in mind, I think I would probably have less of a complaint, because part of my issue with both of those screenings was it's being turned on and off throughout the movie, and it's random when it's being turned. It's mostly them sitting still. It's not for action sequences. It's like static shot. They're extending out like a dialogue sequence, and I'm like, I don't care. So I think it could be cool in theory, but also like it makes me nauseous having my periphery all movie-y. I don't know if we need like an almost 360 view of a movie.
You've seen nothing
Right.
in Screen X, Sid?
I've seen nothing. And,
Wow.
when I saw Godzilla, I was going to say Godzilla minus Kong. It's like Godzilla minus one. In 4DX, I was like, man, I feel like this is going to be dumb and I'm not going to like it. And I thought it was awesome. So I do think it's worth like trying these things just to sort of like see what's out there and like what's going on. But yeah, I don't know if I'm really on board with that as like a format. It does make me think of the Martin Scorsese like theme park thing. But he's pro AI now, so maybe I don't give a shit what he says.
I
I know, right? Sorry, P-Pom. Now I'm going to go watch Screen X movies.
Yeah, just to spite you.
What do you think about it, Joe?
Yeah.
I'm very torn on it in that, like, well, prior to this, I was anti-Screen X. Like, I don't think it's a worthwhile format at all. Like,
No.
oh, cool, a couple scenes are extended
Right.
to my periphery vision. But, like, they make it an intentional disclaimer saying, like, you're not supposed to look at it.
Yeah,
You're
it's-
supposed to just keep your eyes on the screen, and it's supposed to just, like, immerse you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to turn and look at the periphery sides. So
But when it's flashing on and off, yeah, it must
that's the
be
Yeah.
just,
thing.
like,
It's so distracting.
with this movie specifically, because they say they shot it for Screen X, and so it seems a little bit more intentional, I am curious if it, like, flows better.
Yeah.
My gut is saying it probably doesn't still.
I know realistically I can't imagine it being that much of an like upgrade as a viewing
So if
experience.
you're listening to this and you saw it on Screen X, would love to
yeah.
hear your feedback and whether or not it was worth it or if it even made a difference and it was just kind of a thing.
Please. I don't even know if I have one near me. Are they rare?
They're adding more. Like they just added them to the AMC Grove, and I think maybe the Americana was the other one here in LA. Like they're kind of integrating them.
Yeah,
slowly
they're
still.
here and there, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Again, I'm not prioritizing. I'm not even prioritizing 3D screenings anymore.
Oh, that's none of
When's
my
the last
business.
time you guys watched a movie in 3D?
Oh, we saw Avatar.
Well,
we
okay.
saw Avatar in 3D.
Well,
Excluding
yeah.
Avatar.
Oh, okay, that doesn't count.
I actually
No,
did
'cause it's
see.
actually
Oh,
good
I
in
saw.
3D.
I saw Tron Ares in 3D, and that actually
Oh.
was kind of cool.
Okay, I saw Zootopia 2 in 3D.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh wait, so did I.
Wait, you got
That
it.
was just worked out timing wise, though.
Right, I just had
Yeah.
to.
And I think I had my glasses off half the time because
It wasn't necessary.
It wasn't necessary, really.
Avatar was the last time, and before that, I hadn't seen a movie in 3D in like probably over a decade because I don't like having 3D
Glasses on
glasses
glasses.
over my glasses.
Yeah.
But then they announced, I think it was earlier this year, maybe they like were doing, maybe it was at CinemaCon. They were like, we finally are making 3D glasses that clip onto your glasses, and I was
Oh.
like, that would have been awesome when I was in middle school and was going to 3D movies all the time. But
But that's the
now-
thing. Like Screen X, I think will eventually just be 3D, an obsolete format that people go to only because the timing works out that way. But like
Unless-
not a format people are seeking.
It's a
out.
gimmick.
It's a gimmick. I really think it's a gimmick.
But then at the same time, it's like James Cameron like swears by doing his movies in 3D. So does Screen X just need a really awesome director to like get behind it and promo it more?
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, we had this conversation, I think, around Avatar when it's like if a movie is made with the 3D experience in mind, I think that's very different than them just like showing every kid's movie
Yeah,
in
I agree.
3D just because it's like fun for kids, which is cool. But yeah, the Screen X thing, like, is it confirmed if the whole movie is in Screen X?
Don't know. That's why
know.
I'm hoping someone listening right now will let us know if the whole thing was in Screen X. I don't think it is.
I know they were emphasizing that, like, the fight, they showed behind the scenes stuff with the fight scene with the hand.
It's going
And
to be in
that,
Screen
that
X.
was like shot for Screen X, which
What
I'm
do you
like,
ha-
what
what do
does
you
that
have
even
there?
mean? Is it like
You're
like double extra wide?
smirking.
From what I'm seeing, no. It's only select action sequences and key scenes where it will expand to the 270 degree, covering about 60 to 65% of the runtime. So
Okay, so they're turning it
Okay.
off and on.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
but and so I will say, like, as I've done it a couple of times, that's definitely way more than it has been
Okay.
previously. But still, it sounds like it's getting turned on and off. Someone, like we said, confirm if you actually go. But
Yeah, don't give it to me unless you're really gonna do it. Like, I don't want to see a 60% Screen X movie in a Screen X theater.
Yeah, it's just gonna turn off. Like, oh, where'd those guys go? Like,
Exactly.
You know,
it's gonna ruin the immersion when the whole point
Yeah.
is that you're supposed to
You're
feel
supposed to stay
more
in it, right?
immersed.
I was
Yeah.
told I would feel like I was Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and now I don't.
I'm supposed to be
I
fighting
do.
it right
I
now.
bet though the web swinging scenes.
Yeah,
they
the
did some
first person
Screen
ones, I'm
X.
sure.
The first
feel
POV
good,
ones.
Yeah.
Will they though? Because the whole idea is that you're just like staring at the front screen, your first person POV. I don't want to see.
Yeah, but it's like your peripheral vision. If you were
like you're
Spider-Man,
there.
would be
Yeah.
there.
You're
Yeah.
in the
you are
moment.
Spider-Man.
You feel every swing.
All right. Well, again, let us
Every
know.
bug.
Every
that you
bug that
swing
hits you
through.
in the face. Okay, I want the Screen X of Inside His Mask.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting.
Oh wow!
Just
well,
like
oh wait,
true
what would it be?
POV.
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
true POV,
movie
the whole
just
thing
through Spider-Man.
Through his mask.
I'm sure they can get a filter for that for you or something.
That'd be awesome.
All right, we can move on.
Okay.
You guys ready to talk about this movie?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys think of Spider-Man Brand New Day? Sid, what'd you think of Spider-Man Brand New Day?
I think you should go first today.
Oh, I should go first?
You never go first.
I never go first. I loved it.
Yay.
I thought it was excellent. I was skeptical, as I usually am going into any MCU movie as of 2026. But I was more optimistic when it comes to Spider-Man, because regardless of what's happening in the MCU, Spider-Man movies, for the most part, tend to be its own thing. That's kind of like my big gripe with like No Way Home, is that that's where it really falls apart when it's not its own thing. Either way, Brand New Day is great. I think that shocking news, you hire a director who, I don't want to say knows how to direct, but has like a personality and a flavor to his directing style. It translates very well to your movie. I love that this movie is, for the most part, strictly a Spider-Man movie. It is not being bogged down. We're not being sidetracked by Iron Man anymore. We're not being sidetracked by the Avengers anymore. And we're certainly not being sidetracked by the multiverse as much. There are times where it does obviously lean into setting up a future for the MCU. Those times are kind of the worst parts of the movie. But overall, I think I love that this movie is like, we have Peter Parker back. He's miserable, and he's just trying to survive living in New York City. The promise to keep this movie street level, I was so skeptical about going into.
Totally, yeah.
You know, we saw the trailers of the Hulk and the Punisher and Scorpion and like a myriad of different villains. And I was like, there's no way this is street level. And I think they nailed it. Like, I think they made me feel like these are just guys in New York that Spider-Man encounters here and there and kind of defeats them and then moves on. I was pleasantly surprised by it, how much I liked it.
Yeah.
Well
Sid?
said. I completely agree. I think I hadn't really been watching the trailers, but the day before I was like, all right, I'm going to sit down and like watch all the trailers right now. And I was like, man, like they do make it look like the movie's going to actually be good. So I went into it pretty optimistic. I mean, like you said, Destin Daniel Cretton, I think we were all just really excited that he was taking this on. I think Shang-Chi is one of the better Marvel movies to come out in recent years, especially the action I thought was really great in that film. And he's been, I mean, Short Term 12, like he's done such great work outside of the MCU.
He's done real movies.
Yeah, real.
He's done real movies. Yeah, exactly. Imagine that. And I walked out of it just feeling like I had watched a great movie. Like I wasn't like, oh yeah, I think I liked that, but I had some reservations. No, I was like, I thought that was great and I want to see it again. Like I had a great time watching it. I thought it was really energizing. Every single time it seemed like they were starting to lean into, you know, the traps that so many like MCU or comic book movies or even just broadly like franchise movies fall into. They didn't. It was like, I had a constant sense of relief, like watching this movie, that they just didn't do all the things that I was afraid that they would do. And yeah, from the trailers and stuff, like I think Hulk especially, I'm like, all right, are we going to be doing a big Hulk thing? And there's going to be some other story going on here that's distracting from, this like contained Spider-Man thing. But no, like every villain or other character here they do have like purpose, like, you know, including Jean Grey. Obviously, it's because they're working in the X-Men, and so that there was like that motivation here. But it felt like they found a really great balance between doing what they need to do for the larger universe, but making it a contained Spider-Man film, and making it feel like every character, like the way their role in the story was written, was motivated by how it would influence Peter's emotional arc. Like the Punisher, Hulk, Jean Grey, they all like relate to what Peter is going through in some way, which I thought was really awesome. All of the like the emotional beats, we should definitely mention that Justin Kritzky's was brought in for rewrites, who wrote Challengers and Queer. Super talented. There are some scenes, especially between Peter and MJ, that just like really shine. Like, again, it's like you watch the scene and you're like, wow, I didn't find any of that cringy or clunky. That felt like a real human emotional scene that was like really well written, and I just was like, couldn't have been happier about that. Like, it just felt so good. So yeah, I have complaints about the film, but they're so minor, and I just was, you know, all my cynicism, I feel like, just like melted away through the runtime. So I loved it.
I know. I feel like the Grinch. My heart got like 4 times bigger as I was watching this movie. Because, you know, we've talked extensively about the MCU. Claire and I specifically been watching it for the last 2 years straight. Just, you know, every MCU movie, and it's been quite the roller coaster to go through the ups and downs of the MCU.
Yeah.
Especially in the 2020s, where for so long it felt lost. And you know what? It probably is still lost in a big way. Spider-Man is part of the MCU, but also not. And, you know, we'll dive into why that probably makes the movie better. But yeah, I had a lot of cynicism going into this for sure. And so much of it, I think, shed away as the runtime kept going and going and going.
Good. I
Clara?
really liked it. It's pretty good. I'm having fun. I agree that I genuinely came out of it and I was like, oh, I really want to see that again, which has been like, obviously, like, my experiences with the MCU in the theatrical space have been a lot more limited. Like, I wasn't allowed to start going to MCU movies because of the Patreon until last year. But that is what I think is fun, is like Thunderbolts last year I loved, and I did
also like Thunderbolts a lot, by the way.
And I think that's why I'm really liking Brand New Day, because I feel like it is interestingly in conversation with Thunderbolts, in that both are dealing with heroes grappling with like isolation and loneliness and these really heavier sorts of emotions that you can't really dive into when you're doing like the big giant, like the universe is about to the end kind of stakes.
Literal multiverses, incursions, collapsing of galaxies.
Exactly. There's just no time for these like heavier, more intentional examinations of heroes on like a personal level. And so it's cool to see them do that here, especially like you pointed out, like with this version of Peter Parker, his stuff is so wrapped up in the Avengers and all these other bigger things, and it really takes him away from what I think makes Spider-Man an interesting hero. But then we get those moments here finally, and it's just really satisfying. And I think the other thing about it that I loved was we're getting more of his like personal mental state, but we're also finally getting to see the world like react to him in like a more intentional way. Like Spider-Man's appeal, I think, also lies in how much New York City loves him and how much he loves his city and the relationship he shares with like the general public in that specific space. And obviously we kind of get that in No Way Home, but in reverse of like everyone's mad at him and upset with him about what happened at the end of Far From Home. Far From Home. But so it felt really refreshing and exciting to watch Tom Holland's Peter Parker like interacting with kids who like love him, and like the everyone rallying.
Oh, I
to
love
see
that
him.
last scene.
Oh, that got me. Yeah, that got me.
It's cute.
It's
cute.
really sweet, and it's just like we keep saying, like this is a version of Spider-Man we haven't really gotten in the MCU yet, and it was so exciting and fun to see it. I also like really want to shout out just like the action sequences. I thought were so much fun.
They were fucking awesome.
And I saw in interviews with IGN, they've confirmed that they were pulling sequences from the video games, the Insomniac Spider-Man run, which I love those games.
Yeah.
They're so much fun to play, particularly because it feels so good to like swing around in the city, but also to fight. And so it's really exciting to see that as a source of inspiration. I think it's really tangible in the action sequences and it looks amazing, which normally I'm a little like, especially in the MCU when the action starts, I kind of check out a little bit. I'm like, I'll be back in 10 minutes when this is over. But I was really locked in the whole time with this. So it was a good time. I will say, most of my cynicism is gone, but the post-credits scene infused me with a lot of cynicism because I watched this Brand New Day and I'm like, oh, I want to watch like 8 more MCU movies just like this. This is exactly what I want from a superhero movie. And then the post-credit scene alludes to the opposite of that, which is Doomsday, which feels at this point like
Doomsday.
I guess,
I mean,
yeah.
it doesn't say specifically that he will return in Doomsday.
Yeah. But either way, that's what we're getting next.
Oh, yeah.
And
It does not make me any more excited for Doomsday, by the way.
Not at all.
Which is a question I have down here that we can maybe answer afterwards.
Okay.
I just want to say that I love this movie so much that it almost makes me angry.
Yeah.
In that, like, I cannot believe it took us 9 years to get to a point where we get a Spider-Man movie about Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Insane to me that we had to sit there miserable with John Watts and watch Spider-Man be Iron Man's lackey, then watch Spider-Man, chumming up with the Avengers, then watch Spider-Man deal with the incursions of parallel universes. It took us 9 years to get a Peter Parker in a shitty apartment trying to learn how to be Spider-Man and try to develop friendships and relationships. And I'm just like, why did it take us so damn long to find a director with a vision and a personality? Why did we have to wait that long?
Do you think it's just the byproduct of them not wanting to rehash what we see with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man? They're like, oh, well, we can't redo the origin story, which I think was a smart move to not watching like Uncle Ben die again is like refreshing. But I think maybe they committed too much to that.
I think it's a combination of two things. I think it's exactly that, and that like, oh, we don't want to just redo Raimi. We saw what TASM did and how that failed. Sorry.
Interesting
it
word.
did.
It's fine.
They were like, we need to learn from the fallout and consequences of TASM, so let's not do that. But also, we have now established this very interconnected universe, and people expect these kind of cameos and these kind of team ups, and so we kind of have to keep that momentum going. And so I think it's a combination of those two thoughts colliding with each other that resulted in Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home. But I just like, I watched this and I love it so much, and I'm just, I can't believe it took us this long to get here.
Yeah.
You know what I will say though? I don't know when along the way, but when I was watching No Way Home and then I saw this, I actually started to appreciate, which I don't want to give them too much credit because I do not think that this was the plan from the start. But it's interesting that we are getting this, broke ass, miserable Spider-Man now. And the previous Spider-Man we saw was almost like a spoiled, entitled kid who got all the Iron Man tech. He had like this great circle of people around him and all of that. And then something really bad happened where he had his identity revealed, and the moment where he's messing up Doctor Strange's spell in No Way Home, it's almost like, yes, it's because he's a dumb kid, but it's also because he's being greedy. He's like, no, I want like all the people that I want to know to remember. And Doctor Strange is like, that isn't how it worked. Like, you fucked up. Like, that's not how it works. You don't get to have it both ways. And so I not only think that this is a Spider-Man that has all these things in common with the origin story that we are familiar with, but he's also been like humbled a little bit, and he's like had all of this great stuff stripped away from him in a way that makes the context of Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man, like struggling in New York, completely different than previous iterations. And I actually find that interesting, and I think rewarding, even though it took this long, and the previous movie's not even like being that good or even probably trying to do that on purpose. But I'm like, it's a little different.
That they wanted us to suffer for 7 years, so that
no,
we can get
no.
to this moment right now.
I do not think this was the plan.
It's a big positive that they'll get to take credit for.
I'm gonna choose to see something there there because it makes me find the character more interesting. And I think it is there if you look for it.
Yeah, I like that read.
They're not trying to do that. Like, there are lines of dialogue in No Way Home and stuff where Aunt May is like, are you doing this for them or are you doing this for you? Because you're being a little like selfish right now.
I mean, my conspiracy theory is that No Way Home, they fully recognize we need to reset big time. And this is how we're going to reset it. So like them stripping away everything in No Way Home was to like, okay, now we can do like a pseudo origin story in Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Because this is in a weird way like an origin story.
It is.
You
Yeah.
know, we're not seeing the spider bite him for the first time, but it is him starting over from as scratch as you can get in this kind of interconnected universe.
Right. And the discovery of like a new version of his powers.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it really is about him, you know, accepting the organic webs of this arachnid DNA that's giving him all these new abilities. So, like in a weird way,
He's
it is
got to
like
go
an origin
analog.
story.
But yeah,
Exactly.
basically,
Yeah.
no more Iron Man. Yeah.
No more
Yeah.
Iron Man. You know, the AI in your head can only do so much, and at a certain point, you got to rely on your instincts. I like it in that sense. Like this is like a pseudo origin story.
Yeah.
All right, we got our overall thoughts.
Okay.
I'm gonna go one by one. You guys ready for this?
Sure.
Oh,
Is this Tom Holland's best performance so far in his whole career?
Oh, wow.
his whole career.
Maybe we'll start small. Is this his best performance in a Spider-Man movie?
Easily. Yeah.
I think there are moments in No Way Home that do more for me than what he's doing in Brand New Day, but I do think overall this is his best performance as Spider-Man. However, am I the only one who thought he kind of only had a New York accent every like third scene?
Oh, sometimes he has a little more spice to it. Like there's a little oomph to it. And then other
Yeah,
times he's just doing
sometimes.
American for sure.
Sometimes we're saying I'm walking here, and then other times we're just like a normal guy.
Yeah.
I think I'm
okay,
accepting
got
the
it.
fact that Tom Holland is just inconsistent with accents in every movie he does. Sorry, Tom. I think you are,
That's okay.
but I almost love you more for it. For
It
being
is
honest,
endearing.
Yeah,
there's a
it's
charm to
endearing.
your inconsistent accents, whether that be The Odyssey, whether that be this or Uncharted or The Devil all the time in the Deep South. You're not nailing it all the time, but I'm just endeared by you.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. I think this is consistently his best performance. I think you're right in that No Way Home, there are some like really emotional highs that he's nailing. Like when Aunt May dies in a No Way Home,
Oh,
I
that's
think
a great
he's
That
scene.
whole stretch of it, he's fantastic.
I think he's
yeah.
completely nailing it.
Yeah.
You know, he is Spider-Man. This is like the one role he's played his basically his entire Hollywood life. I think he's found a way to make it his own. I think in this movie, he handles those like emotional highs and lows really well. Like the scenes with MJ, I think are incredible in this movie.
Yeah.
so good.
I agree.
Some of the best scenes, like it's just them having a conversation. It probably helps a lot that they're in love in real life, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah.
But their conversations just with each other about like who they are, you know, they kind of have that withholding joke together. And I'm like kicking my feet. Like I really buy into your love, but I also really buy into like the sorrow he feels and like the regret he feels. The scene where they kiss and it turns out it's Jean Grey
Oh.
and not actually MJ, and he's like, you're evil for what you've done.
That was
like,
so fucked up.
I
It was
buy
intense.
into like the rage he's feeling.
Yeah.
You know, all those moments where he's like on the edge, I'm like, I'm buying into it.
Right. I think, yeah, like it's almost like the I don't want to say the stakes are higher, but like Aunt May dying is such a huge moment for Peter Parker, and that was like so like horrible. But he is, I think, having to like express more complex emotions in this one, and he does some stuff that I feel like I did not know Tom Holland was capable of.
Yeah. I would agree completely.
I have a question. I'm going to pose it that seems I'm implying something, and maybe I am.
Oh, okay.
Is there enough Zendaya in this movie?
Oh.
Oh. That's what people are asking.
Like in a way, I think it's easy
I
to be
am
like,
people.
no, because who doesn't want more of her? I think she's great in general, but I also really enjoy her as MJ. I think she's a really interesting character. But I think part of the appeal of their dynamic in this is that, like, in a lot of ways, they can't be together. I think that's honestly my favorite times when it is like Peter Parker and MJ. Like even in the Raimi trilogy, like I like when they're not together, but they like there's something pulling them to each other still, and I find that very deeply romantic. And so I want more of her, but I don't, because I like that that's the constant feeling in this, is that inability to truly be together now, but they both in different ways kind of long for each other.
I have a better
Same.
question. Is there
Oh.
Ned in this movie?
Yes, there is.
What? I love Ned in this
You don't like
movie.
Ned?
I like Ned in this movie. I like Ned in general. I
Yeah.
think we've got just the right amount of Ned in this movie.
Okay.
Interesting.
Have you not enjoyed how present he is as the guy in the chair in the past?
Well, I think he's always been in the movies, all the movies, just enough. I don't need more Ned in my life, and I don't need less Ned either.
Did he forget that he's magic?
He must have forgotten it, right?
Oh, he must have.
Like Doctor Strange must have. Look, we cannot.
We can't stop.
Let's
we can't
ask
go
the
down this road.
questions.
We cannot cinema sin this movie, because if we do, we're opening Pandora's box
Yeah,
in a
it'll be a
way
mess.
that I am not ready to answer. Because there are several times in this movie, at the ending scene where Jean Grey is like strapped to the chair, and he's like, "Okay, I've turned off your inhibitor. Use your powers." Why doesn't she just like use her telepathic abilities to remove the inhibitor, and then remove the handcuffs?
Because I don't think in the past she's had the ability to manifest things physically like that.
Yeah. She
She's
can
never
only
done that
do
at
the
any other
humping
point.
thing. I mean, the end of
Wait,
the film
wait.
is about her like
We're just
coming
assuming
into-
that.
I feel like that's an
all
easy
she does
assumption
the
to
whole
make.
movie.
Well, until the end, she uses the glass to almost kill Tramel Tillman.
Yeah, but that's when she's like,
that's
Oh, so she's figured it out.
Yeah,
at that
she's,
point.
like, unlocked
very
through her
convenient.
rage. That was
I see.
after.
It was the convenience. Well, I don't know.
you can't
No.
say, you can't
That's
say
what the
let's
whole
not cinema
it's
sin it,
her
then-
and Peter have the same arc where they
No,
come into
historically
their own
speaking,
and their new powers.
Jean Grey has always been able to
I
move
know,
objects.
I know.
Well,
Always.
but
this
she
is a different
gets that
version.
power in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, but and I'm just saying, historically speaking,
She's always from the
always
jump.
been from the jump been
I
able
know,
to do
I
it.
know. That's true.
Okay, do you want them
That's all I'm gonna
to
say.
do the same thing all the time?
No, I just think that like
know,
that's
I
a
know.
question I had.
That's fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
That's fair.
That's all.
Going back to Ned, I
I'm
will
not going to
say.
cinema sins the movie though.
Okay. Oh, sure.
It didn't bother me that much.
Okay. Going back to Ned, I will say I think one of my favorite things about the movie too is that it ends with Peter and Ned reconnecting rather than like him
Yeah.
going back to MJ. I found that really
I love that as well.
lovely that it's about them doing the handshake
Yeah.
for the first time.
And his like body almost like reacts to it in
Yeah,
a way
like
that
the
he doesn't
muscle
understand.
memory, and then it's
Yeah.
like he doesn't remember Peter, but because MJ right had let it slip that his name was Peter,
Yeah.
and that's Ned like realizing, oh my god,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
he's
Spider-Man.
connecting the dots in real time.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
good.
I asked the question if Zendaya was in the movie enough, but I think she is, by the way.
Okay.
I
Oh,
was
I
just
thought you
kinda-
said that.
You're just
I
teasing
said
us.
people are. Oh,
I
I
said
didn't
people.
say people are thinking
People
she's
are
not in it
speaking.
enough. I said people are asking this.
People are asking that
and
question.
you're asking.
And I'm asking that question,
We're
but
exploring.
I do believe she's utilized the right amount.
Okay.
And I do agree with Claira in that, like, a part of what makes their relationship interesting is that they can't be together, and that the few times that they are, really magnetic moments, really emotional moments that I think they probably could have overdone, overstayed its welcome if she was in it too much, but I think she's in it just the right amount. And Zendaya is just such a phenomenal actress that, like, every scene she's
Yeah.
in, she's really like commanding the screen in a
She's
way
so
that is
good.
so hypnotic. What an actress she is.
Yeah.
So I love Zendaya in this movie.
Okay.
You agree, Clara?
Oh, yeah.
No, Zendaya.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. She's in it like more than I thought she would be actually.
Yeah.
Because she can only be in it so much when there's this like thing, this like this thing that she doesn't know, right? And she's not supposed to be involved, but then she
Exactly.
gets used as like a pawn. But it's it's Jean Grey and Peter's movie, which I like.
Yeah.
Let's talk of the other characters then, since we're bringing up Jean Grey. What's up?
Wait, can I ask really quick though? Do you guys like the fact that like Flash and that blonde girl,
Flash?
like all these other like
Flash
high school
Thompson.
characters?
Oh,
yeah,
Flash Thompson. I'm
Yeah.
like, the fuck, the Flash is in this movie?
like they're so obviously not here, and it makes sense on like a logical level. Like everyone's at different colleges, but do you miss their presence at
No.
all as like comedic relief?
No, I think
do
this
I
movie
miss
does
them?
a very good job, like making it known, like high school was 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. We've moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
Dude,
gotten
they do
older.
a good job of it. They all
really good job.
feel
I mean,
older. Like the
this
way
is the
that
one
they're
time
styled.
where like the how long it's been since the movie's been made is actually helping them a lot because
Yeah.
Tom looks so much older. He looks jacked and like I'm like, whoa,
Dude,
Yeah.
he's
Like, you're a
ripped
man
in this.
now.
yeah, you're a dude. You're a man now.
Do you think it was he got that ripped for this or for the Odyssey, and then the other one gets
it looks like he got more ripped for this.
Probably
Really
for
nice.
this. Yeah.
I think this is the one rare case where like how long it took for these movies to come out helped it. I don't mind that these people are gone at all. Like those are in the past. I don't think we need to keep revisiting that at all.
Totally agree.
Okay.
I agree too. I figured I'd bring them up for old time's sake.
Old time's
Yeah.
sake.
Yeah.
Let's talk the side characters. Punisher.
Dude.
He's good in this. And you know, I was reading, I didn't realize this, but Bernthal kind of insisted that when they shot that Punisher like mini thing, like that one shot,
Oh yeah. One last
Punisher
kill or
One
something.
Last Kill,
Yeah.
he insisted that they shoot that and then they immediately go into shooting Brand New Day. So it was like back to back so that his
Oh.
character had some sort of coherence between the two. And I thought that was really interesting because that's kind of historically not what they've been doing between these like Disney Plus releases and the theatrical stuff. Like Wanda is obviously the most obvious example of something like that. And so I thought that was really cool to see. I thought he was great in this. And I think he's such a good fit as like a mentor to Peter because they do bicker so much and it makes for like a really comedic and fun sort of back and forth. But then he has lived such like painful experiences that he can relate to Peter without even really knowing Peter's backstory fully in a way that really has an impact in a satisfying way.
This is why I
Yeah.
don't miss Ned because the Punisher is his Ned in this film. In
I
that
like
like
that.
they are friends and they bicker back and forth. And you're right, like they both have this shared, not a shared trauma, but a similar trauma, in that they can have these more earnest conversations with each other. I find them endlessly hilarious. Turns out Bernthal and Holland are great together. Who would have known?
Yeah. Dude, how am I just realizing that Zendaya, Tom Holland, and John Bernthal are all in this and the Odyssey?
Yeah. What a
That's
funny couple
wild.
years they probably had together.
I know. Yeah, I wonder if they've like bonded through that.
Oh, I'm
I'm
sure
sure they did. I'm sure.
They Bernthal and Tom Holland just did Hot Ones together, and it's really
I know.
fun.
Oh, and Tom Holland
clips of
threw
it. It
up.
looked really funny.
Grew
Yeah,
up on
He's the first
camera.
one to
It's
do it.
great.
that's really funny.
Yeah, dude, this was like one of my favorite parts of the movie. It's another one of those things where I kept waiting for it to be like cringy.
Too much.
I was like, is this going to turn
Yeah.
into like Deadpool humor or something? But it
Oh,
never
they
does.
never did it.
It's legitimately so funny. So as someone who like I haven't watched, I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes of the Punisher show like a decade ago. So
Is there
I'm not
Punisher show?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
Oh.
through the Netflix run,
Oh,
so it's
okay,
not
okay,
it's
okay,
not
okay.
MCU Punisher. They also specifically kept him out of season 2 of Born Again.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
he's not really been in the MCU's stuff so far.
Yeah,
too
so
much.
I'm just like not familiar. And I watching the film, I was like, man, like they kept talking about the Staten Island incident, and their chemistry is so good. Then I'm like, oh, they must have like been in something before. Like this feels like it's like a thing, but they just did such a good job, like establishing that they like have history and making their relationship feel tangible, that yeah, you like totally believe it. Both they're just so great together. It's like, yeah, I like how John Bernthal feels like, or Frank feels like an older brother
Yeah.
almost. So funny and so emotional. Like they struck the perfect balance with it. It was
This is a
delightful.
movie where like everything could have overstayed its welcome.
Yes.
Somehow they just kind of balance it every single time.
Yeah.
I just gonna echo. Yeah, Bernthal's great in this. He's effortlessly very, very funny.
He's really funny.
He's so
Some of the best bits are coming from like the Bernthal Holland back and forth. 100%. Bruce Banner's back. The Hulk is back.
He's back.
Our boy Ruffalo is back.
Aw.
Again, they fucking nailed it, dude. There's one scene with Banner where they go in and have that conversation about, inhibitors. Gone after that. Shows up again in that big set piece where the Hulk is being controlled by Jean Grey. Is this the best on-screen Hulk we've ever seen?
Ooh.
Oh, whoa.
And I'm saying this where we had 2 movies dedicated to an Incredible Hulk, Ang Lee and the fucking
The
Ed Norton one.
Ed Norton
Yeah.
one.
But I will say now, I think this is the best on-screen Hulk we've ever seen in a superhero movie.
Well, you know, in some ways, I think I would agree. Like, he's obviously a lot more present in the Avengers movies or like Thor Ragnarok even, but that's such a different thing. Like this feels again like we're going back to the roots of the character and really letting the horror of what's happening to Banner like take center stage in a really cool way.
Exactly. It's the first time I feel like I've seen on screen how much Banner is afraid of becoming the Hulk and how when the Hulk takes over, it's like a really, really bad thing. And I feel like I've never really understood that in any other MCU movie prior to this. Like when Spider-Man gets inside the building and he realizes what Jean Grey's doing, he's like, Jean, you can't do this. This is the Hulk. And I feel like the way that's delivered is the first time me as an audience member felt like, oh, this is going to be really bad. And I've never felt like that before in an MCU movie. And I feel like this is the first time after fucking 15 years or so, the MCU has finally fundamentally understood what it means to be the Hulk. And it's only like a 5-minute sequence.
Interesting. I support that. I don't have enough. I haven't seen the other Hulk movies recently enough or even remember his inclusion in the other MCU films enough to say whether it's the best representation of him. But I do think, I really like, I don't know, maybe it's just the point that he is in his life, this version of Banner, that he's older, he's teaching, he like understands what Hulk is, and he has kind of found a way to deal with this terrible power that he has. And again, it all just makes sense. Like the inclusion of Hulk makes so much sense because we're introducing the X-Men and we're dealing with mutated DNA and like whether it's good to control it, whether you can control it, how much you should try to control it. It's actually introducing like a really interesting ethical and philosophical conversation between Peter, the Hulk, and Jean Grey and what Bill Metzger is trying to do with her and her sister's powers. So I really liked it. I mean, Mark Ruffalo is great and everything, but I like his look of sort of knowing when he realizes that Spider-Man was like the kid who came to him at his class and stuff. And I mean, the action scene with Hulk, I think might be the best one in the film. I think it's like so well designed, dude. Like I like how Jean is like controlling him for part of it, and then it's like actually just Hulk. I like the spinning camera through the tunnel. I like how him clapping his hands like creates
a
a
Hulk
tunnel
clap.
through
Yes,
the
Sonic Boom
the
Hulk
Hulk clap. But it's like how it like burrows a hole through the building and how they're hanging off the side, like
or when
it
he
doesn't always-
like swings over Hulk and he kind of hits the Punisher and pulls the Punisher with him as Punisher's like shooting up at Hulk.
that was cool.
and he doesn't like beat him or anything because you can't.
No, you can't
so-
beat him.
Yeah. I thought that was really well done.
I love that there's a moment in this where like when we first see him, it's like Banner Hulk. He's like still talking. You know, Banner's like, I can defeat you or I can get in.
Yeah.
And it's not until after Jean Grey kind of loses control of Hulk that Hulk becomes Hulk. Like this is the Hulk that, you know, all of like the crybabies online were like hoping for so long. One of the biggest criticisms of Hulk over the last 10 years was that like he's been neutered essentially.
Yeah.
And I actually understand that a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a fair thing to talk about.
You know, especially with a character that's so powerful. But this scene, you know, he gets big. Even Spider-Man says, like, I've never seen you this big.
Yeah.
And what then ensues is so much fun. I love there's a moment where they're like fighting on the outside of the building. And like I think Hulk grabs his web and pulls Spider-Man in through a window, but he is able to like swing back out. It's like, all like fluid and seamless.
Yeah.
Fucking rocks, dude.
It looks good. And
It was really
I
good.
love the final moment of their fight where he like is like, please, like I'm Peter. And that like triggers something in Bruce. I found that really interesting as well. Cause it's like, I think it's less he's remembering Peter and more just he's acknowledging like the humanity in himself.
Yeah.
But I think it's a cool moment too of like, I like that the film in general keeps doing this with Peter where he gets to confront people that he's had a relationship with in the past and he's trying to like reignite those memories with them, and they keep failing in theory, but he doesn't quite know that for sure. It's like teasing obviously the MJ moment too, where it's like she's back, but then she's not quite back. It makes the final revelation that she cannot remember him hit a lot better.
And I'm gonna say they had every opportunity to jingle the keys in front of my face and say, remember that from the previous movies? And oftentimes they show an incredible amount of restraint and not do that. But I was afraid there was gonna be a moment where like Spider-Man was gonna say, sun's getting real low, big guy.
Oh my God, I know.
And like echo Black Widow saying that to him in like Ultron or whatever. And I was like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. And they never do.
No, they don't.
I am impressed by their self-restraint in this film.
Yeah, because like in a way they're only like proper like remember this is the fact that in the opening they changed the MCU logo to like a recap of what happened at the end of No Way Home.
Yeah, I mean there's a callback when he gets the organic webbing. He goes, "Oh, Peter too had this."
That's true. He did do that.
You know,
Yeah,
he kind of mentions that very quickly.
Yeah.
The movie's not going to be void of callbacks. Nor probably should be.
Dude, there are people like my dad watching the movie who aren't always like keeping up with or like remembering, what's going on and all that.
Speaking of which, maybe this is a good segue into the first big like, oh, this person's in the movie scene, and it's the scene where we meet and see Elena in the bathhouse. What was your reaction to that, Sid?
Did anyone have any idea she was going to be in this?
Yeah, they confirmed it a long time ago.
Oh,
that was like
they?
part of the conversation of like,
Remember?
how is this street level if it has Hulk and Punisher and now Elena? That
It was
like
one of the
thing.
early news, like, oh, like Florence Pugh is on set of Brand New Day. And people were like, no way, Elena's in this. It kind of got buried by all the other possible theories. So
Yeah.
when I saw the movie, I wasn't expecting her.
Oh.
Yeah, I had forgotten about that. But I think this is the part of it that feels the most
Feige?
forced. Yes, like
Say
we
the F
need
word.
the most Feige.
It is the most Feige moment.
It is.
Yeah, because she's like, oh, the Young Avengers, don't forget.
The new event.
New
Or sorry, the
Avengers,
new
yeah.
Avengers, whatever the fuck. The new Avengers, and it's like, oh yeah, the new Avengers. Like,
New Avengers are
we do
big potatoes. You are
Big
small
potatoes.
potatoes.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
Florence Pugh, you're so charming.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
like
she
it, but you're
is.
so charming, so I'm gonna let it slide.
Yeah, I don't even exactly understand from like a plot point of like why he goes to her specifically. I mean, the assumption is that, okay, he's aware of the new Avengers and she's the leader, so he goes to her. You know, it's not a scene I exactly needed. I'm not rolling my eyes too hard because it's so minimal, but she is in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I think that's the logical connection point. I think like thematically it makes sense though in that, like I said, like this is similar to Thunderbolts in that Yelena was dealing with isolation in her movie as well, and now that she's like moved past it, she can recognize it in Peter and kind of point it out to him in a way that obviously has a little bit of an impact on him.
And like the other characters, there was an opportunity for it to overstay its welcome if like I was kind of worried she was going to show up and again in a fight scene like, oh no, Peter's on the ropes. Who's going to save him?
Right.
Pew, pew, pew. It's Black
Yelena.
Widow.
Wow.
It's Yelena. And they don't. Again.
Yeah.
Self-restraint. I appreciate it.
Yeah, she's just taking a bath.
She is taking a
She
bath.
is just in that bath the whole time. She's
know.
iconic. I love Yelena.
I do love Yelena overall, so it's like hard for me to be angry she's in the movie.
Exactly.
Last big side character, Jean Grey. She's here. How do you feel about the X-Men in general, Sid? I don't think we've ever talked X-Men with you.
I mean, I grew up loving the X-Men movies, but I don't know if I have like expectations or desires for how.
Expectations?
Expectations.
Oh my God.
Pun master today. I like you
on a
did the
roll.
one earlier and you go, oh, like you weren't even expecting yourself to do it.
Yeah.
I don't have any desires or expectations for how they do the X-Men, like,
Okay.
and how they're introducing them. What about you guys?
I mean, I'm a big X-Men guy.
Yeah.
X1 through 3 were pivotal to my youth. Wolverine, obviously, important to all of us in a big way. So in that sense, I want them to roll them out in a way that makes sense. I don't know if I'm just tricking myself, being like, yeah, this totally makes sense why she's here. maybe once we get her movie and get her in an X-Men movie, then I'll understand the context more. Like, okay, it makes sense why she was there. Because a part of me feels like the few moments of this film where I have trouble with it is that like it does feel like we're using Spider-Man to set up Jean Grey's future films.
I see.
Which has always been an issue with the prior Spider-Man movies. We're setting up Avengers. We're setting up the multiverse. We're setting up something like, no, let's stop doing that. Let's do Peter.
Yeah.
And so there are times in this where I'm like, ooh, I don't like when we first start meeting Jean Grey and start getting the backstory and stuff, I'm like, uh-oh, we're straying away from what's making this great. But I think they figure it out by the end where they start meshing the two stories because they are so thematically similar. Once, Jean Grey enters his mind and she speaks to Aunt May.
Oh, I like that.
It works really well. So they find their footing, but I was nervous at first. And overall, I'm still very optimistic for the future of the X-Men. It's so painfully clear, by the way, that Sadie Sink was the most talented person on that Stranger Things cast, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It is like the most
You're right.
obvious takeaway from Stranger Things that clearly she was the most talented person there.
Yeah.
She's very good
That's why she got this role.
as Jean Grey. So I like her in this movie.
Yeah.
It took me a second, but I like her in this movie.
I would
Okay.
agree. I like her in this. I will say I just watched a movie called The Sacrifice, directed by Jordan Scott. And she's in that, and I didn't think she was very good. So I
Okay.
came into
Is
this
it
a little
newer?
like, what?
Is it a recent film?
Yeah, it came out in 2024.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
I came into this a little like, oh, I hope I like her in this, but I did enjoy her a lot. Jean Grey is such a complicated character too, in that like I've enjoyed bits and pieces of her in other X-Men movies, but I do feel like when we get into like her darker stuff, she falls apart as a character very quickly in her film adaptations, like in Last Stand and in Dark Phoenix. I don't think that's great.
They've never
stuff.
understood Jean Grey
No.
in the X-Men movies. Is
Not
the
at
problem.
all. Not at all.
They've tried to in X-Men Last Stand and X2, and to varying degrees, they've just kind of been all
It's
over the
just
place.
botched every time.
And so this is exciting that maybe they're going to get it right from the get-go here.
That's exactly it.
So so you like Jean Grey? in this film.
Yeah, I think she's good in this. I like to, like you pointed out, that like why she's there is eventually tied into like Peter's whole arc as well. I think that's really relevant and really interesting. Yeah, I enjoy her quite a bit in this. I think she's a lot of fun. There's something about this is hyper specific. There's something about the way she puts her hair up that I really liked.
Oh, I like that. It's a constant
yeah.
callback to her sister, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's that, but also more just literally the way Sadie
she
Sink is
does-
doing
Her
it.
hair
It's
looked
like
great.
it looked really
She was,
good.
Like, it looked the bangs.
Yeah, I liked
She
it.
looked really good.
Yeah, she looked really good.
Interesting parallel to the meaningful hair scrunchies. Also, there was one in Toy Story 5.
Oh.
Oh yeah, with Emily.
Emily.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was like
Remember-
the
you know that
most
Jessie
emotional part
starts
of the
Oh,
whole
wearing
that's
thing.
right. That's
the
right.
hair
She
tie?
finds it in the box and then puts it on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spoilers for Toy Story 5.
Spoilers, Toy Story
okay.
5. You like Jean Grey overall, though, in this film?
I loved Jean Grey in this movie. I think, I was a little like skeptical about whether it would just, she would feel kind of shoehorned in or maybe not sure, like forced as a villain. I think there were a lot of surprises in how just like dark and emotional her story was, but like you said, how it also intertwines with what Peter is going through. Claire, I'm sure, like, I know we both have like a sister soft spot, and that whole part of it, there's some moments where I just kind of can't believe like the screenplay and how they were like weaving in, I mean, the flashback with her sister and how her sister is teaching her how to like jump from person to person in their minds, and she's like, so you can become anyone here that you want. And Jean keeps looking at the little girl who's playing with her mom.
Yeah.
And so in that moment, and they don't say it, it's shown that you see that Jean, they talk about how their mom, like was awful, and
Abandoned
you can
them.
tell
Abandoned them,
them, and you can tell that Jean just is so desperate to just like have that and to have that like normal like childhood normal relationship with a mom. And so and her sister was all she had, so she's trying to find her sister, and dude, the VMAX twist I
I
thought was
love
like
it.
insane. I couldn't believe they did that. That it wasn't like, because VMAX totally sounds like some secret
Some
government
corny
thing
ass
that would
shit
be
they would pull
yeah,
on
they'd
us,
be like
yeah.
hiding her sister and they're doing experiments. But no, it was the sonic boom of the last thing a girl saw as she was dying.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me that they did that, and her finding that out. You really, I mean, Sadie Sink is so good in this. You really feel just how like devastating that is to her, and you fully believe that that would be the moment where she like breaks through into this other thing and becomes super powerful. And I'm sure down the line she'll have the whole like, no, you can't do your powers with anger. You need to like control them and all of that.
Yeah. Well, but she needs Professor X to teach her that.
She
first.
needs
Yeah,
Professor
exactly.
X. Yes, exactly. But yeah, then it all comes like so beautifully full circle when she gets that moment. She never goes into that little girl at the park, but she gets that moment with Aunt May, and she like becomes Peter in that like memory that he has. And that was obviously very healing with her for her. But then Peter sits down next to her and becomes that figure who is now passing down the wisdom that he actually learned from the other Spider-Men in the last film. Like, I think it was all just like beautifully done and came together so well. I was truly shocked. I like thought it was really good.
Shout out to VMAX not being a weapon or like launch codes. I mean, they framed it very well and like set it up in a way that like Florence Pugh's character was also like, oh, it sounds very scary.
Right.
You better watch out. Like it's
Yeah.
behind the vault, behind those doors. And when it turns out to be the last thing that her sister saw, I was shocked by the maturity of it. Again, by their restraint, by the way they kept it contained. I constantly, every time I think they're going to zig, they zag. And I really appreciate that on a script level.
Yeah, and I feel like they did the added thing too with the buildup of that as well is like we know not to trust Bill Metzger is his name, the guy from
Metzger,
Damage.
I don't know if his first name
Yeah.
is Bill, but Metzger.
Yeah,
Bill,
we
yeah.
know he's lying, and we can tell that like he's kind of shady. So every time he's confronted with like, "What's VMAX?" and he goes, "I don't know," you're like, "Well, obviously he's lying."
He's lying.
And then it
He is
being,
like the most
like, a-
obviously evil dude.
Yeah,
I know.
and then it's revealed like, no, he genuinely is like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I thought that was really profound. It was interesting
Yeah.
watching that sequence because they do something kind of similar in like a really popular episode of BoJack Horseman. And so I was like, that's really interesting that
Oh.
they're doing a similar setup in that way, but it's like conveyed in a very different manner.
It reminds me of V for Vendetta, where you find out like the letter that she's reading was actually like the person she's reading it from was someone else. and
Yeah,
it's kind of like this twist of what it, it's framed in a certain way, but ends up being something else.
totally. Yeah, great scene.
Good scene.
Yeah, very good.
Love it a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tramel Tillman, not enough of him. This is kind of like your typical MCU
Villain.
department of human
Damage
control.
control. Yeah.
Like some made up ass secret government wing that's doing
Yeah.
bad stuff. Like, it's your classic comic book shit that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Tramel Tillman, though, is just too talented to be wasted, in my opinion. And they do make a very intentional dialogue line of, well, we can't find Metzger. And so he's like in the wind. So whether or not we see him in the future or not is up in the air. I just like Tramel Tillman a lot.
He's great. Yeah, I was excited to see him in this, and I was kind of bummed that he is kind of like a nothing character. Yeah, he's like the default like bad guy, but I mean, he was so great in Severance, and I'm glad that he's now been in this and Mission Impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is 2 for 2.
But we need
We're
to see more.
We need more of you, man.
We need more. Yeah.
In Mission Impossible, you had that great delivery of that line. You must be out of your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, as he leans
Yeah.
and
I mean, I
good.
wanted more. I always want more Tramel Tillman.
On the gay submarine.
Yeah, I love the gay submarine in
Super
Mission
gay
Impossible.
submarine,
I like him in this a lot as well. The thing I liked was as they're introducing his character, I thought like the sound design was so great because Peter's in that scanner thing.
the scanner.
And the alarm's going off because he won't take his mask off. And they blended the alarm into the scoring there in like a really cool, like it made me perk up a little bit
Cool.
because I was like, that's really neat that they
That is
did that.
cool.
I thought that was like so fluid and interesting.
Any thoughts on Scorpion?
Oh, yeah,
at
Scorpion.
first my knee jerk reaction was like, oh, he's barely in it. But I think I like that they're really setting up the villain of the week type thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
works for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not bothered by it.
I think it's like world building basically. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I think it
around.
serves its purpose in a way that works for me.
Yeah, and I think it works having him be like, because we get a little montage of Peter like fighting a bunch of other people. He fights Tombstone as well, which is like fun. And I know there's like I think there's like a flicker or boomerang at some point.
Captain Boomerang, yeah, he's there.
which is like that's cool to see them. But I think picking Scorpion to be the one that's like quote unquote more present is fun, as well as like Peter succumbing more to his arachnid side, and then you have the Scorpion here. It's like you're getting
I like
a lot
that
of that
parallel.
feel.
It's a
Yeah,
good
it's
point.
neat.
Yeah, it again reinforces the street levelness they needed to this film.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to bring up one more thing besides Scorpion. Oh, the hand.
Oh yeah, the hand.
Yeah.
And we got the big scene in the Department of Damage. What's it called?
So that's a different facility
That's
is
the
also
one on
damage
Roosevelt Island.
Yeah, Roosevelt Island. Yeah.
Anyways, the big fight scene there. Thought it fucking rocked, man.
It was awesome.
I
You like the
liked
Hulk
it.
one more, but do you like this one?
I think I have to say those are like the two big set pieces, and I think they both rock. I think generally with the action, I had a little issue.
Okay.
Some like I do just think like the editing is a little weird. Like some of the cuts seemed like just a little bit mismatched, and it kind of like interrupted the flow of it, I think. But I do like that each fight scene takes place in a real place, and they're highly stylized. Well, the hand one is obviously way more stylized. I love that they're doing like a wuxia thing, and it's also
Yeah.
where
Oh, it's
yeah.
so cool. They're like
It's
running
so
on the
cool.
walls. There's so many
Right.
moments where like they're using each other as almost like
Uh-huh.
trampolines. You know, one of the hand will jump on another guy's back,
and
and
they,
the
like-
guy will jump,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
they go up higher and higher.
Really cool.
Fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the scene where Peter like gets his cool Spidey powers, and it's fucking cool. Like,
Yeah.
it rocks. So yeah, I think the action overall left like a little bit to be desired for
Okay.
me, but those two sequences definitely were like
They work
a
for me
great
as
time.
well.
I thought it was interesting during that scene though, like because Jean is fighting through all of them and she's speaking to Peter, and in every other moment in the film where she's speaking to Peter through someone else, it's that like person's voice, but during that fight, it's always her voice. Is that what do you think?
I thought that was actually more of an editing decision, in that because it kept cutting back to us like seeing her talking, so I thought that they just like just kept that like audio even when
That's
we saw the other
Where I'm
people.
sitting with it too. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's
Yeah.
anything more to it than that.
But it was a little jarring. Like I was like, oh, I can't tell like what they're doing here.
Yeah.
It works for me overall.
Yeah.
I think I get your perspective. I think I'm okay with the action though. I'm mostly satisfied by the sequencing. I love the opening montage of the film.
It's so great.
Yeah.
Shout out to TV on the radios, Wolf Like Me.
Yeah.
You know, they showed this still leading up to the release of this film, but it's the still of Spider-Man swinging and holding onto a guy. And you know,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
it's like a slow motion freeze frame almost.
That's what they edited for the Messi commercial.
Yeah. Thought it looked fucking cool as fuck in the movie, man.
That's good.
The songs like playing in the background loud. I thought it looked great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this movie looks good.
Yeah.
Which, again, maybe it's the lack of sludgescape. Like we're not fighting in big sludge world in this movie. We're fighting on rooftops and in alleyways and, you know, throughout, you know, different settings of buildings. And it really works for me.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of it.
Me too. I will say in general, the swinging looks so good
So
in
fun.
this movie,
I
and
love
it's
the
a
POV
breath of
stuff.
fresh air.
Yeah, the first person POV works like a charm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm there, you know? That's me
Totally.
swinging, guys. That's not Spider-Man.
Yeah,
No.
I would compare it to like the flying sequences we've gotten with Superman and Supergirl.
Oh, yeah,
thought
yeah.
were just like I just like didn't like how they did that because it doesn't feel like real. But in this, when he's swinging, like I feel like you feel the like physics of it, like while you're watching.
The sound
You know?
design is done well, in which I think the first big swing scene, like he gets so much speed and momentum off the first swing, he kind of swings really close to the ground. And the sound is designed in a way where you can just like kind of feel like the rush of air that would be going past him.
Right.
They nailed it.
They
cool.
really did. It's cool. I mean, because it's interesting because TASM does some first
Tasm has some
person.
great swinging
Yeah.
sequences too.
And like I really like him in there, but there is something extra. Again, like I think it is because in this they're drawing inspiration from the video games as well. Because there's points where Peter's swinging and he's doing the slingshot thing, and it's so reminiscent of playing in the games. It just like feels very comic booky in a way that, like, sorry to John Watts, but he had like no sauce when it came to the
And
swinging.
I think we've established
Yeah.
the lack of sauce Watts had.
yeah.
Sad.
Something I'll point out that I didn't love. Boy, are there tons of advertisements in this movie.
The Uber Eats one really stuck out to me.
You want an Uber Eats ad? You want a BMW
Which
ad?
one was Uber Eats?
When Jean is like, she's like done her bubble and they're showing the whole city like get stuck in it, there's this very bright green delivery backpack on a guy on a bike, and it's Uber Eats, and then he
Really?
like crashes into a car and
there's
walks
that
over.
one. There's a few BMW moments, like when he jumps on some guy's car and he's listening to "I'm Every Woman." It's like a big BMW logo.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
like an ad for what do you call the stuff you take for like after you're hungover? It's like electrolytes and shit.
Pedialyte?
IV. It's like IV. It's like
Oh,
Liquid
IV.
IV?
Liquid IV.
Yeah.
Big Liquid IV promo in this
Yeah.
movie.
Where? Oh
There's
my
like-
god, you guys are better at seeing this than me.
I think on my second watch is where I really started to clock
Oh,
everything.
okay.
Maybe the biggest disgrace of all. There's a moment in this movie. It's after the montage has ended in the very beginning. Peter has ordered food, and he goes to his apartment door because it's been delivered, and he opens his door and he picks up a box of pizza and he brings it in his house. Do you know what brand of pizza he brings into his apartment? A New Yorker, by the way. And if you're a fellow, I'm not a New Yorker, but if you live in New York. If you live in New York, I want your opinion on this because I imagine you have strong feelings about this.
I don't think I clocked this actually.
You know what pizza brand he ordered?
It's one
Pizza
that's
Hut.
upsetting you, so it can't be.
I mean, it doesn't
Caesars,
bother me
Little
that much.
Caesars.
It's Little Caesars.
oh, but we like
Is it
Little
really?
Caesars.
But
hey,
he's broke.
we love Little Caesars.
I love Little Caesars, and it is a great pizza option for when you're strapped on cash.
Yeah.
But
You're in New York
But
and
if you're in New
getting-
York,
yeah.
I got to imagine that there's a stigma about ordering Little Caesars to your door.
But is it
Probably.
because he's broke and he?
But also, Little
But
Caesars
isn't it-
notoriously is about hot and ready. You go pick it up.
That's true. Yeah,
You're
they
no
don't-
longer saving money if it's being delivered to your house.
That's true. Yeah, you don't really deliver Little Caesars. That's
You
kind of
ne-
crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is
Who
actually
had-
crazy.
who had that
That's
delivered?
actually crazy.
Aren't you supposed to be able to get a cheap pizza in New York like anywhere?
That's the
Yeah,
other
isn't
thing
that
too.
like
Like,
the whole
isn't that
thing?
the whole thing? Isn't that your whole thing, New York?
That
is
is
that
kind
like
of the thing.
you can get pizza
Yeah, New
wherever you
York.
want at
Hey,
any
New
time
York.
for like $1? That's like your thing, right? And your boy Spider-Man's ordering Little Caesars. Get that guy in
It's
line.
expensive right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. What
Arguably,
the pizza economy in New
pizza
York
he
is like right
ordered
now.
is as expensive or more expensive.
True.
Small things like that.
Pizzaflation.
Yeah.
Not enough for me to like derail my experience. But on my second watch, I was like, oh, there's a lot of product placement here.
That's a
I
good
got
one.
scared for a second that when Ned goes into the convenience store and he's like, "Oh, you know that energy drink?" I was like, "Is that
Oh,
a real
yeah,
thing
Sharkfire?
that they're doing an ad for right now?" And then I was like, "No, it's definitely
Oh,
not."
thank God it's
Yeah.
not real.
Thank God.
Well,
Not
I
yet.
didn't look it up or anything.
Oh, I don't imagine it's real. I hope not.
Yeah, I feel like I would have heard of it.
Same.
Sharkfire. Was it Sharkfire?
Sharkfire or something?
It's fake.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
fake.
it's
Okay,
fake.
good. I thought that was a
And
funny little bit.
also, you know, as much as I'm praising this movie for its contained story and it being street level and small scale, I think there's a certain point in the climax where they kind of forget this is a small scale film. Jean Grey basically like encapsulates half of New York in her big mind bubble. I'm like, oh, are we forgetting we're doing small scale? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, I was gonna bring this up because I was like, well, it's not all of New York, and
it's only a few million.
It did remind me of
it's still
Shibuya
just
Arc.
it's still New York. But I was gonna say like, okay, also, what impact is this having? Like, do people notice that time has passed? But MJ and Ned are like crying. I was like, are they breathing? Like, is this gonna
It
like
seems
kill
like
people?
they're-
But they
it's
definitely
almost
knew
like
that it had happened.
They're aware they're being frozen.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it again doesn't bother me enough to derail my experience. But I was thinking to myself, oh, we're just gonna forget the small scale part and just do like,
I
oh, New
think
York's in
that-
trouble again.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was fine.
It's fine.
Okay. It's just
I
bring
like
it
the
up.
way it looked. I like the rainbow shimmer.
Yeah, it looks.
It reminded me of Thunderbolts, where where Lewis Pullman starts casting them in shadows.
Oh man, that rocked. That was cool.
Oh yeah.
That
Very
looks really
similar
good.
in that, like, oh, New York isn't New York. You're getting fucked over
Poor
there.
New York.
Yeah, damn.
You want to know something I didn't like about the movie? But this has been a long-standing issue with Holland's specific run.
What?
Just like how casually and flippantly he uses mass surveillance with like as a joke, and it's like laughed about more than anything. He started doing it in Far From Home, and he's been carrying it over, and it always feels weird to me because one of the things I've always liked about The Dark Knight is they do something similar, but it's taken very seriously, and it's like this grave like shedding of morals, and it's like a conundrum. But
It is an ethical obstacle that Fox in Dark Knight
will not cross the line on.
and jump over. And he's like, if you cross this line, I'm done.
Exactly. But in like Holland's Spider-Man run, he's doing it all the time, and he admits it to a police officer, and she laughs and is like, haha, like
You
thanks.
better not tell me that next time.
Yeah, ha ha ha. And I just find that always such a bummer. I mean, that's a constant thing in all of the MCU, not just with Holland, but just like the cheerfulness of doing it, I find always very strange.
Yeah, that's a really
Interesting.
good
Yeah, how
point.
does he do it in this one?
Well,
Says
he still has the
He's like
tech.
hacked all the cameras so that when Scorpion gets a face match, he knows where he's at.
Yeah, he's doing
That's
facial
right.
scanning on he's flock cameraing everyone, which
You
is
know,
like crazy.
I think it's
That's
a
not
really good
good.
point to make in that, like, the normalization of things like that is like very sinister in a way.
Yeah.
Like our ears should perk up when he says something like that and be like, that's not good actually.
Yeah.
And it's not great. The movie is like, ha ha, hee ha. It's actually
No.
kind of funny.
And there's something I feel like extra sinister about funneling it through our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like it's like,
No,
it's like a
exactly.
service to the neighborhood. Like, oh, this is for
Yeah.
the good of the neighborhood.
It's actually a good thing because Spider-Man's using it.
Exactly. That's the sort of thing where I'm like,
I don't think you're wrong at all.
I'm
and
not
it's
a
just
fan.
him. It's just little Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, he's like actually like inflicting violence on people because he's spying on them. So
Yes.
there are implications.
There are. That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that
it's
up.
a very good point.
So do you want to say anything that you didn't love that we haven't talked about, or shout out something you do love that we haven't talked about?
Yeah, I will say I do think this movie is a little bit ugly sometimes.
I
don't
would
think
agree.
I don't
think
think
it's,
it
like,
always
perfect
looks
looking.
good.
I just think
also-
in a world where we get Supergirls and we get
It's a big improvement.
Just
There's
shitty
a
looking
big
superhero
improvement
movies.
here for
There's
sure.
a big
yeah.
improvement, which
No,
is
I
always
think-
worth celebrating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna celebrate the small wins here. Okay.
We got to.
I also wish it got a little bit deeper into the darkness that's coming out in Peter with his like new spider form or whatever.
Like the rage of it?
Yeah, because it happens in literally one scene where he like beats up Scorpion. And he's like,
yeah.
whoa, I don't know what came over me. And
Well, there's that
you
one
know,
moment where he like grabs MJ by the collar and holds her over the edge.
Well,
of the,
Jean's in her, yeah.
While Jean's in her.
yeah, but that I thought felt more like an earned moment of like anger rather than
Okay,
like
fair enough. I
this
agree with the
darkness.
point you're making, by the way.
Yeah, I think it kind of gets a little sidelined just because there is a lot going on in the film. Like I don't think they perfectly balanced everything. I just think I'm like very pleasantly surprised with how well they did balance everything. Because this movie has a lot of Spider-Man 3 in it. I actually think it's funny that there's a lot of like Venom, like the way that Jean hops between people reminded me of Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Oh my
When
God,
Carnage
yeah.
is like
Good
going
point.
from person to person. I was like, oh my God, this is like so inspired by the Venom movies right now. But yeah, I mean, Spider-Man 3 is not afraid to make Peter an unlikable asshat for like half the film. And I thought I think that that's just really fun. And I don't know if it's necessarily because they were afraid to do that in this film, but I do wish that they let him go a little bit darker.
They have that one moment with Ruffalo, and Banner and Holland are talking about it, and Banner poses the ethical question of like, how do you choose between the traits that are good and bad? And it opens up a really interesting discussion that I assume Peter was going to have,
He doesn't really.
and he never really has that conversation with himself about
Yeah.
like how he chooses which traits to inhibit. He just slaps it on and he's like, okay, I'm back to normal.
Yeah, and then
Exactly.
at the end, he kind of just is like, it's time to take it off.
Yeah, and I've embraced both sides, and I'm both Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I'm both. And I agree with you in that, like, that interesting question that's posed is immediately just kind of sidelined.
Yeah,
You're right. The consequence of having a lot going on.
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, he addresses the darkness of, being isolated and feeling like you have to do everything on your own and realizing that you don't have to do that. So it comes full circle. But yeah, I think along the way it's a little underdeveloped.
Yeah. Well, and I wonder too, though, if the difference between that and like Spider-Man 3 as well is that like Peter's rage in Spider-Man 3 is so tied up in him like surfacing his grief about Uncle Ben. And there's grief and going on with this version of Peter, but it's not like anyone's died recently. It's not grief spurned from like loss of life. It's just loss of connection. And that is kind of like a different sort of anger.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I would assume
Yeah.
they would investigate it more.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
kind of the hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is
They're
that there
different,
needs to be
for
more
sure.
investigation.
Yes.
Okay.
There is also so much in this movie that we haven't even talked about, like his cute little back and forth with the cop, really. Do we like that?
No,
Oh.
don't care.
Yeah, I don't really. It's there.
I like New York as a character in this film a lot more than the previous Spider-Man movies, Holland specifically.
Yeah.
If anything, Holland's movies, for the most part, until this movie, I never felt like New York mattered. Homecoming never felt like it mattered. Certainly not Far From Home. They did
No.
not give a shit about New York City.
Well, yeah, you didn't even go there.
And then No Way Home, they were so preoccupied with the universes colliding and different multiverse. I love that New York serves a purpose here.
Yeah.
It makes the final scene really that much more powerful
Yeah.
to see like New York cheering him on. And again, we talked about it at the top of the episode, but the moment where the little kid sees him and kind of does the little whip at him,
Yeah.
really cute moment. And I think they earn that moment
Yeah.
for the most part.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have a variety of questions to ask you guys.
Okay.
You guys ready for this?
Sure.
Is the secret to a good MCU film simply to hire a good director and let him or let her cook?
I mean,
Feige, get your greedy little hands out of there.
yeah. 'Cause
Have your one Yelena scene. Have your one little setup for the future. Get your post-credit scene in there. Let the directors cook.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I think we've seen again and again great directors be brought in and then they're shackled by Feige specifically in a way that, like, makes you question if they were a good director in the first place. And that's frustrating to see. So, yeah, not having the handcuffs here is refreshing.
Yeah, I think that is true. I mean, we are a podcast of people who love Multiverse of Madness, but not
Yeah, we are.
We are.
not everyone loved Multiverse of Madness, but that still is. I mean, Sam Raimi did a lot to like advocate for his like agency as like a creative making that movie, but there's still a lot of Feige shit in there.
Yeah.
And we've
And-
talked extensively about that movie and have all agreed the worst parts of that film are the ones that you can tell Feige had a direct hand in.
Yeah.
Right. But I think the screenplay is just as important. I think.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Bringing Justin Kuritzky's in, I can only imagine that it was just really refreshing. Like, I think also having Tom become more involved in the creative process. He was an executive producer on this. He just, I feel like, has had a lot more say over there recently, and it was so refreshing hearing how he was like, we felt like this scene just wasn't working until we brought in Justin Kuritzky's, who Zendaya had worked with, like someone that they knew was like a great writer, to help us out because we wanted. And he was even, I don't know if you guys saw the news that he was saying that there was a cut of the film that he just like did not like. And the cut was the result of feedback they had gotten from test screenings. And he said, that cut was like what the fans said they wanted, but us as creatives like did not feel that it was the movie that we wanted to make. And so we changed it.
Yeah.
And
Moral of the story there? Never listen to the fans.
to the fans. Yeah. 'cause
Never.
Then you,
Yeah.
then you get
I'm
Supergirl.
so serious about that, by the way.
Oh, 100%.
Do not listen to them. They got
Yeah.
dog shit ideas that will lead to dog shit movies.
Yes.
Yeah, I just, I think that you need to get writers and directors in and like that are good and give them the final say. But they just, I mean, I get it. Like, audiences sometimes can't be trusted to like know when there's like good shit going on in a movie because they're not getting the jingling keys or whatever. But look at this one. I mean, there's so much good work in this film and everyone's loving it. It has a 4.2
Exactly.
on Letterboxd right now.
Wow.
Insane average. It's going to make a billy within a couple of weeks, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
I do
probably.
wonder if that 800 million number, they were saying it was that for what, opening weekend?
For opening weekend.
There's no way.
I am skeptical because there was no sources cited on any
Yeah.
of that.
It's going to be a lot.
It'll
And
be a-
the
That
movie will
has
make-
happened before, but yeah, it would literally have to be like the second highest grossing movie ever
Yeah.
Yeah.
for that to be the case.
Second question.
Okay.
Should we rank the live action Spider-Man movies?
Oh,
with
like only?
Only live action. Sorry to Spider-Verse.
But
Sure.
Miles.
Spider-Verse too powerful? Let's do
Spider-Verse-
both. I have both. I could do both.
Okay.
I can do both. My ranking's a little, I forget when I did this ranking, but I didn't rewatch. I only rewatched No Way Home to prepare for this.
Okay. I didn't rewatch any Spider-Man for so this
Including
is
or
outdated.
excluding Sonyverse?
Hey,
Wait,
let's
what
do
do
the
you
whole
mean?
thing.
Oh, like Madam Web and
Like
stuff?
Webb, Craven.
They're
I don't
all
have
at the
that on
bottom.
here.
They're all at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll start with 11 then and go Spider-Man specifically. Live action or no live action? I mean,
What?
animated or no animated?
We'll do animated.
Yeah, put him in.
Okay.
Why
So
not?
11. The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
What
10.
the fuck? Okay.
Spider-Man 3. Two movies that have insane shooters.
What? Yeah, you're talking to two of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love
Spider-Man 3,
Spider-Man 3.
I thought that you were a Spider-Man
look.
3 truther.
I am a truther in the sense that like the Raimi of it works for me, but another movie where studio meddling is so obvious, and I can't just like turn a blind eye to the mess that is the ending.
But it's so good.
There's a chunk of that movie I really love, but once we get to like the Goblin Spider-Man team up, I'm like, this is too much. We're losing so much of the plot here.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
fine.
the clip, a clip was going around on Twitter recently of the scene where Peter confronts Sandman for the first time in the subway tunnels. Oh, it's so good.
The
So
movie has-
good.
It's so good.
The movie has
It's so good.
excellent moments. You know what? Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I probably would swap it with my number 9.
Okay.
So I'll go
Which
The
is?
Amazing Spider-Man 2,
Okay.
Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm not on board with it at all. I'm
All right.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm really
All
not.
I'll it's a compromise.
It's a
It's fine.
European CGI fest that I just don't care about
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
Then I'll go Spider-Man 3. Sorry. I want to believe. I really do, but I just don't. 8, I have Homecoming.
Okay.
I think it's a solid origin story. I think Michael Keaton as Vulture is a lot of fun. The Iron Man shit is awful,
Yeah, I don't like it.
but I don't hate my time with it. It's charming.
Okay.
7, The Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
I love things here. Garfield's charming, endearing. I think he embodies like the mannerisms of Spider-Man really well. But I'm not over the moon about it.
Okay.
Then at 6, I have No Way Home.
Okay.
I agree it's aged interestingly in that like every time I turn it on, I'm like, I'm not the pause for clap scenes are awkward if anything now. And the shtick can get tiring, but like there is again another like endearing aspect of watching these 3 Spider-Man learn to work together that I do love.
Okay.
5, Brand New Day. I
Okay.
think it's a good spot for it right now.
Okay.
4, Spider-Man 1. 3, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
2, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Those any given day I could flip-flop.
Okay.
I think I still am a Across the Spider-Verse guy though.
Yeah.
After
me too.
rewatching it for the pod 6 months ago, whatever,
Yeah.
that shit rocked my world
It's
again.
so good.
And number 1, Spider-Man 2,
Okay.
which is maybe the coldest take in the world. Who knows?
Yeah.
Where was Spider-Man 1?
4.
4.
4.
Okay.
At that point, like Spider-Man 2, at spots 2 through 4, all 4.5 stars.
Okay.
Clara, go ahead. Let's hear this wild ass. ranking right now.
Okay. Let me do my prefacing.
You hear your disclaimer.
Like I said, I've never really been a fan of the Holland stuff, so everyone just keep that in mind. And I'm sorry, but also nothing is below a 3.
Okay.
Nothing is below a 3. And I think that's
Okay.
really important to note. Everything from 8 on is a 4 or higher.
Great. Let's hear it.
So,
Okay.
And then also my 1 through 6 is like arguably interchangeable, mostly depending on whatever one I've just recently watched.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Okay.
No more avoiding it. Let's go.
Okay.
No stalling.
In 11, I have Spider-Man Homecoming. I just don't, it's just, I find it kind of boring.
Oh, you're like the European
So
one more.
fair.
Yeah, I do. And you know what? I've always said that. So I live by that.
Stick to your guns.
Okay. In 10, I have No Way Home. I think it's so awkward.
Okay.
It's fun. Like, I like parts of it, but the dialogue pauses between stuff is like, I don't like it. Then in 9, I have Far From Home. I like Mysterio. I think he's a cool guy.
Yeah, Mysterio is a
agree.
cool guy.
Yeah.
I like when they're like, "Hey, he's totally a good guy,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Yeah, right, okay." You're gonna pretend for a half hour this guy's good.
Just play along.
Okay.
And then in 8 right now, I have Brand New Day.
Wow.
Oh.
But that's a 4 and higher.
4 stars and higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've transitioned into all of these I really
So the
like.
4 Holland movies on the bottom.
Yeah, sorry. But this is like like the gap between 8 and 9 is huge in my
Right.
opinion. Like the other 3 in this are just so different in a really great way. Then in 7 I have Spider-Man 3. In 6 I have The Amazing Spider-Man.
Jesus Christ.
Stop.
Okay.
In 5 I have Into the Spider-Verse. In 4 I have Across the Spider-Verse. I also prefer Across.
Okay.
A little bit more. In 3, I have Spider-Man. In 2, I have The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
I love that movie. I love that movie. And in 1, I have Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Fair.
don't know what to say about that one.
Well, I'll just say what everyone's gonna say in the comments when we clip it. Oh, that list was bad. Like, okay.
I mean, I don't think it's. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 love. You're not alone. Someone
such
out
an
there will say
important-
like, "I love
People
Tasm 2."
do, yeah.
Like,
It has its shooters.
I love that movie. Me and my best friend went to senior prom together and we recreated Gwen and Peter holding Gwen's body for our
Aw,
prom
yeah.
photos, which was kind of fucked up.
Okay.
But
A little
like,
morbid.
It was just like a really big deal movie for me and my friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, my turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. In 11, I have The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay. Awesome.
haven't seen either of these in a while.
Okay.
So
You're not missing
one
out.
day I'll rewatch and I'll know for sure.
Okay.
In 10, I have Spider-Man Homecoming. I do not like this movie.
Yeah.
I agree
Dude,
with you. I do not
You like
think
the
it's
Night Monkey
interest-
movie?
I
It's
do
not even a
think it's-
Spider-Man movie. It's barely a Spider-Man movie.
What, Homecoming?
No, Far From Home.
Far From Home?
Far From
Well,
Home
okay.
is good.
It's barely a Spider-Man movie.
Okay, in 9, I have Far From Home.
Okay.
Then I have The Amazing Spider-Man at 8. And
Fascinating.
7, I have No Way Home.
Wow.
I think
okay.
I think No Way Home has some good moments, but I think a lot of it is not good.
Mm-hmm.
This is where, for me, I jump from 3 stars to 4 stars.
Okay.
In 6, I have Spider-Man Brand New Day. Could maybe move up in the future. We'll see. But I'm not ready yet. Because in 5, I have Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
A movie
Whatever.
that I think is fantastic. And I always will.
You're so blinded by Raimi.
Yeah, I am.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Okay, that's fine.
The filmmaking alone, just like objectively, I think makes it better than Brand New Day.
Sure.
At 4, I have Across the Spider-Verse. Also need to rewatch this one,
okay.
but great movie. At 3, I have Spider-Man 1,
Okay.
which I always wonder if I'm betraying myself because I love my top 3 I give 5 stars.
Okay.
Okay.
Love Spider-Man 1. I think it's like as good as Spider-Man 2.
It's probably the best superhero origin story ever told.
Ever.
It's
I
really
agree
good.
with you. I completely agree with
Like
you.
Willem Dafoe, probably one of the best villain performances ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are hyperboles. They're not hyperboles at all.
Yes. So true. At 2, I have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Perfect movie. And at 1, I have Spider-Man 2. Also
yeah.
a perfect movie.
Yeah, those two are insane.
The Raimi
Movies.
movies are
They're really
so
good.
I just had
I
Spider-Man
feel
2
so
on
lucky
the other day,
that they exist.
and Spider-Man 2, like, I turned on just for like background noise. And I'm like, it's like that classic like cleaning and
You
I
have to
stop
sit.
vacuuming
Yeah.
and I'm like watching the Doc Ock scene where all the doctors are there, like they're gonna
Oh,
operate him,
man.
and then he like wakes up.
Yeah.
That's a fucking horror scene in a comic book movie,
It's
and it's
so
so
awesome.
good,
Yeah, it's so awesome.
absurd.
Yeah.
Those movies, and like I know young people, which hey, young people love you guys. You are the future, literally.
Wow. Okay.
So true.
I know they're gonna say these unks just like Sam Raimi, and they can't get rid of their nostalgia.
Yeah.
Maybe.
For me, yeah.
Well,
I'll admit to
If
that
Chasm
fully.
2's up there, then maybe.
Yeah.
But
But
I
I-
also like Sam Raimi. He makes real movies, dude. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
he
why
does.
we love Multiverse of Madness. I think it's just. I think we all like that style too.
Yeah.
Like it really speaks to us, and I don't know, man. Like
That's exactly what I was
that
gonna
guy
say.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's sure. I'm sure every ranking there's some nostalgia in it. In this one, probably more than most. But it is like these are Spider-Man 1 and 2 felt so real, and there's something about Raimi's eye for those films that make it really great.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, movies were literally made differently then.
That too.
Absolutely.
They're made
That's
so
if
differently.
that's just what speaks to you, then that's what speaks to you.
Drop your Spider-Man rankings in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Be nice though, please.
Be nice to each other and to us.
My follow-up question was, how does Sonyverse movies play into these rankings? But we don't need to answer that.
I'll
They're
just
at the
reiterate
bottom.
what I've always said. I kind of like them all.
I
they're
like them in the way
fun.
that like.
It's
They're
like how I
bad,
like
but
watching
fun.
Colleen Hoover movies.
Yeah. They
Like
are
objects
the
of
Colleen Hoover
fascination.
of
I'm
superheroes.
entertained.
You know, like I'm not getting highest quality ingredients,
Yeah.
but I'm getting what I paid for.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoy it sometimes.
Me too.
Yeah, I agree.
They're like a little treat.
Today, Tom Holland, well, not today, I saw some news today. Don't know when he said it, but Tom Holland had said that the original plan for the Holland films was to at some point incorporate the Sonyverse characters into this film and future films.
Imagine if Craven showed up in this.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Blessing in disguise, or did we miss out?
No, I think that's ultimately a blessing. Like,
It is a blessing.
I think it works out for the best.
Yeah, and that okay, yeah.
Can you
I
imagine the
What?
scenario? I'll play it out for you.
Okay.
Spider-Man's talking to his cop friend. He's like, I know someone who can help me out. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
He shows up at their house and he knocks on a door. And he goes, I heard you could help me out. Door opens and out comes out of the shadows Madam Web.
Well, she would roll out of the shadows.
Oh yeah,
She wouldn't.
She,
in her
She's in a
little
wheelchair.
glasses.
rolling from the shadows. Madam Web shows up.
I knew you were coming.
And she said, yeah, he goes to knock.
Took you long
and
enough.
And the
before
door
he can
opens.
hit the door,
It
she opens
opens.
it.
I've been expecting you.
Your reaction?
She'd say just like that too.
Yeah, honestly, I would go, let's fucking go, because I think Madam Web is awesome.
What would your reaction be, Sid?
And Sydney Sweeney is wheeling her chair out.
Yes.
Who is this?
What would my
Madam Web?
reaction?
She would go, my mom was studying spiders and the spiders bit Peter Parker.
What would my reaction be?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would like that. Probably would not like that.
Movie's probably worse.
Yes.
Probably.
Okay.
I was going to ask too, though, is there like, I mean, obviously, who knows when we'll get another Holland Spider-Man movie, if we ever will. But like, if there was another one, is there something that you'd want incorporated from like the comics at this point?
Oh God, what haven't we done yet?
I have a good answer.
Ooh. What answer?
I think it's time now that like Peter and MJ are like kind of reconnecting, but not quite. I think it's time to bring Black Cat in.
I
Oh.
somewhat speculated that Sadie Sink was Black Cat.
Oh yeah, I think that
Oh, yeah,
was
that
kind of
was a rumor.
speculated. Yeah,
You know, we
Yeah.
hadn't seen her hair, and so I was like, oh, maybe she's blonde under the hood. Who knows?
I love Felicia.
Or you know, she'll show up in a different capacity. Black Cat could be cool.
I think it'd be interesting
What
to bring in
was-
like a love interest for him. That's not MJ.
No.
I know, but then it makes the MJ thing more
Exactly.
exciting.
The tension of another romantic relationship makes that one better.
Yeah, I see.
You know, he has a gallery of villains that I'm sure I could think of.
Yeah.
No Rhino. Don't care about Rhino.
Yeah, like, are there any that have been in the other live action films that we would want to see redone? I don't really want that.
No, not in a way that I can think of.
I like Sandman. I think Sandman's an interesting character. I know.
What a great character.
We got
that
Vulture.
was.
Vulture was awesome.
Yeah, Vulture
We
was
got
fine.
Mysterio. Mm-hmm. Are we missing a big Spider-Man villain? Spider-Man.
I mean, it's that tricky thing of like we've had Doc Ock and Green Goblin in Holland's movies, but it's not
Right.
his version of these characters.
Yeah, that makes it hard to like want to see them again, though. You know?
Yeah, exactly. The spots in Across now.
Oh, yeah, I
Right.
love that.
Yeah.
This is going to be up to the Spider-Man diehards who are listening right now. You let me know what
I
going.
know, I
like
would-
Hobgoblin. Yeah, isn't I think canonically, Hobgoblin is technically who?
I'm pretty sure it's Harry.
I think it's Ned.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is
Oh, it
Ned.
is
You're right.
Ned.
It is Ned. You're right.
That
I
would
think
be fun.
That's what I
always
Canonically,
thought that sounded
Hobgoblin's
fun.
Ned.
You're right. I think that's a fun direction to go next.
That
I
could be
think.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know. Oh, unrelated. I like when he's fighting Hulk and Hulk is holding Spider-Man's head. Man, Hulk's hands are fucking huge.
They're so
They're
big.
so big.
So big.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
He got the scale. They nailed it down.
Yeah, they did.
Second follow-up question, or just unrelated question in general.
Okay.
What does this mean for the MCU now? Where do we go from here? Literally, we go to Doomsday next, but like, how are you feeling now about the MCU that we have Brand New Day, a movie that we've all openly said we loved? Does this change your outlook on the future of the MCU at all? Are you more or less excited for Doomsday in any capacity?
I'm significantly less excited because now I've gotten a taste again of what this could all be.
Yeah.
And it's never helpful. And like my thing is like it's Doomsday, it's Secret Wars, and then they're doing some sort of big timeline reset. So like the state of everything almost feels like it doesn't matter. And that bothers me when this movie ends in such an interesting place.
Right. I think I feel most excited for the X-Men going forward. Like, I'm sure we'll get some like standalone X-Men films. I don't know if that's
Oh, I'm
planned
sure.
Well, we
at
have
the
to.
My
yeah.
guess is
moment
that
or not.
Secret Wars will be a reset, and the reset will be okay. We can move on from these guys. X-Men time.
Yeah, time to
doing
prioritize
And now that
them.
we've introduced Jean Grey and Spider-Man, that leaves room for Spider-Man to appear in the future.
Yeah.
right. And it's always really fun to see like new iterations of characters that you are familiar with, like actors you like getting cast as them and whatnot. It's not fun when you don't like what they do with the characters, but it's at least something like new to look forward to, where I think we're all just sick of like, okay, we're gonna watch Doomsday and it's gonna be all these characters again in like some big sludge fight.
Yeah. On a beach in the desert.
Yeah, on a beach
That's a
in the
different
desert in
planet.
space. Yeah.
Space, yeah.
On the space desert. So yeah, this doesn't I'm with Clara, like this doesn't really affect how I think Doomsday is going to be, because this feels like it's kind of just separate. Like it almost feels like this was the exception. Like, oh, we got a good movie. That's cool. Like it was nice while it lasted.
Yeah, I don't think I'm excited less or more for Doomsday after Brand New Day. I think.
Okay.
I think I'm less excited in the sense that like, oh, this was great. We should just keep doing more of this, and whatever they're doing over there, fuck it. Let's ignore it and just keep doing more of this.
Exactly.
And in a way, they are. Like, I'm excited for Black Panther 3 because it's
Yeah.
another movie where I think
yeah.
Feige is, especially post Sinners, Feige is going to hand over the keys to the kingdom, say like, you do you,
It's a good point.
and like take that movie and run with it. That's what I really hope is going to happen. So like, I am excited for the future of the MCU in that capacity. Black Panther 3, a Spider-Man movie here and there. Shang-Chi 2, if that ever happens. I read somewhere Destin Daniel Cretton said they're actively working on it, but like working on it is such a vague term.
And it's like, it'll be so, I mean, maybe it'll be for the best, but it'll be so different because, again, it will happen after Secret Wars where they're
Exactly.
resetting everything anyway.
Right.
And I think I read somewhere that if it does ever happen, it's like we're looking at a 2029 film.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I might be past my time at that point like, to do MCU. Like, I don't know if I can keep talking about it. But so like, I'm excited for that MCU. The Doomsday Secret War MCU, get me out of there, man.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
It's none of my
with
business.
Yeah.
Okay. That was all the questions I had for you guys today.
Okay.
Any questions from either of you for the group?
Would you rather have Jean's telepathy powers or Punisher's tactical abilities?
Oh.
Jean's telepathy.
Really?
Yeah, telepathy.
Of course.
What about
Would you rather have superpowers or no superpowers? Is your question?
No, I know. Like,
Yeah, I would
obviously,
rather have superpowers.
Well, yeah, why not like Jean's telepathy or Jean's powers or Peter's powers? Then I'd
Jean
want
still.
Peter's.
Oh,
really?
still Jeans.
So
Yeah.
I
Oh.
still hold true to the fact that I think that mind reading and time, like altering
Manipulation?
time, have time manipulation have like ethical implications that are not
Oh,
good.
absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So I don't know if I'd
absolutely.
want that.
But Joe likes to play morally.
Jean should
compliant.
be like owning them all. Like she should go in their brains and destroy them, but she won't. You know, that she shouldn't.
that would be bad. Yeah,
But,
you wouldn't
I
want to be
choose the-
Spider-Man.
I think being Spider-Man would be really bad on your shoulders for a long time,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, for sure.
and I
it
just
goes
think
through a lot.
Their
the
backs.
long-term effect of it all would be bad.
Yeah,
It's fair.
that's
So
fair.
I'll stick with Jean.
Okay.
Any other questions?
What about did you pick?
Oh, I would be Spider-Man. I think it would be fun to be Punisher. He's so smart.
Did you ever see?
Yeah.
Did I send it to you guys? It's a video of. It's a scene from End of Watch. Did you guys ever see that movie End of Watch?
Is
Yeah,
that the
of
one
course.
with Kevin James and who is that?
No,
Jake
it's
Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh,
cop
I'm
movie.
thinking. What am I
You're thinking of Neighborhood Watch. That's
so funny.
it's a completely different movie.
What is this?
End of Watch is the propaganda film with Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena.
Yeah,
Oh,
David
I've seen
Ayer,
it.
right?
David Ayer's film. There's a scene in that movie where like Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena are in the locker room, and he's like showing the camera all of his guns and like all of his tactical weapons.
Right.
Nice.
And someone played that clip and I was like, the Thunderbolts showing Thor their powers. And it's just them showing them all their guns and stuff.
That's good. That's funny.
And that's what your question reminded me of.
Well, and you know what? And I like the Thunderbolts. They're my favorite guys.
I love
so
Thunderbolts
This
as
is
well.
all making
They
a lot
made
of
that
sense.
joke in
Oh,
that
the
movie
new
too, like,
Avengers.
we all punch and kick.
We do.
Yeah.
Any other
Yeah.
questions at all?
That was my one.
Sid, anything
We
else?
covered everything. I guess I did want to address like whether you guys liked the way they handled MJ and Ned finding out, because I think a lot of people like thought or are like upset that it's not an issue that's like spanning multiple films. And I had also heard theories online that there was gonna be they thought, like, given what Jean's powers are, they thought there was going to be some sort of deal where Spider-Man helps her out, and in return, she makes it so that MJ and Ned remember. And personally, I, like, love the way that they handled it, because I thought it was going to be some crazy magical thing, but him just getting back and MJ having found the letter, I thought was just so, like, human and intimate. But I wanted to ask if you guys think it's a little too like easy or quick.
No.
No, I don't think so at all, because like them confronting it doesn't trigger anything. Like that doesn't. It's not easy to me in that way of like. It's not like he says his name in front of them and they're like, "Oh my God, it's you." It's like they are still essentially starting from scratch now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, I
Yeah.
feel like it would be much easier to have Jean Grey like give them their memory back.
Yeah.
And that would be more of a cop out than anything.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then the emotions aren't as earned as what we're feeling in this movie.
I would have
agree.
been upset if they had done that and it was like that easy, because now it's like,
Yes.
I mean, their relationship will literally never be the same. So it's
Exactly.
not like they have it good now that the secret's out.
But there's
So
still
yeah, I
potential
agree.
for the relationship too.
Absolutely.
Which
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
nice.
Which
is
is
how
exciting.
it's-
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Final scores for a brand new day. Clara.
I'm sitting at a 4 and a heart and a desire to see it again.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm
Sydney?
exactly the same. 4 and a heart.
Yay.
Joe?
I'm at 4 stars out of 5. No heart.
No heart, because you do it different.
I do it
Right.
differently.
Yeah.
You move different with
I
your
move
letterbox
differently.
charts.
But 4 stars, happy with this film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really couldn't have gone better for me for this one.
Absolutely.
Agreed. House of Cinema, 4-star banger.
Yay.
HOC 4-star banger. Let us know how you feel about Spider-Man Brand New Day in the comments on Spotify and YouTube. Answering any of the questions that we posed today, your rankings, how you feel about certain characters, certain decisions, and how you feel about the future of the MCU. Would love to hear all of that. That's the end of the first part of the pod. Second half, not really half, but second quarter, we talk Q&A. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for being here. Check out the Patreon exclusive episodes. This week we have an episode on The Purge.
Yes.
Yeah.
To celebrate the
sex
Purge.
movie.
Sex Purge. One night only. That's exclusively on Patreon, along with a lot of other episodes. Check that out if you'd like to hear us talk more. Now we're doing a Q&A. At the end of every public episode, we ask you a question, you answer, and then we read some of those answers the following week. For next week's answers, we're asking you a very simple question. What is your favorite Spider-Man movie, live action or animated? Maybe video game. Your favorite Spider-Man property.
Fun. I
And
like
then
that.
your
Okay, yeah.
most or your least favorite. Your
Yeah.
least favorite Spider-Man project. So let us know in the comments on YouTube, Spotify. We pull those for next week, and we will read as many as we can. Last week's Q&A, easy, because we were asking very simply, what is your favorite movie of the first half of the year? Is that what
It
we
was a
did?
3-parter,
Yeah, it was
actually.
a
So it was actually very complicated, and we got various degrees of
Wow,
answering.
that's right. It was a 3-parter question. That's right. It was your favorite movie of the first half of the year.
Yep.
The most underrated pick.
Yep.
And what letter grade would you give the first half of the year in terms of movies?
Yes.
If you didn't answer all 3 of those questions, that's okay.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
And also, if you answered them in a slightly different way, which did happen, that's okay too.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yes.
We have a lot of answers here to sift through, and we're about to read some of them right now.
Awesome.
Sydney, you want to start us off today?
Sure. Literally, Quinn Fabre says, fave is Her Private Hell, Illy, Refn, and Sophie Thatcher. Grade, I fear, is a C-.
You
Looking up
what? You what?
Illy,
Illy.
Illy.
I love you.
Oh, ILY.
Yeah.
Is it people say
I-
illy out loud though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way. No,
Illy.
people don't say illy though.
This is a generational divide in real time. That
People
is
say
something
Illy.
people do.
Oh my god. I was not aware of that.
ILY. I've never said ILY.
Well, neither do I. Do you say lol out loud? Do
Yeah, ironically.
you say lamau?
Ironically.
No, but why do you say illy?
Well, I don't say
Well,
Illy.
I'm having to read it. I'm reading it. I'm not saying it.
I guess that's fair. You know, yeah.
But people do say it.
But people do say illy.
People do
Yeah,
say
people
it.
say Illy. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Illy, bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Illy who?
Anyways,
Illy.
Illy, Refn, and Sophie Thatcher.
Oh, okay. I
Grade,
Illy
I
them too.
fear. grade, I fear is a C-. Looking up,
Oh
though,
shit.
That's rough.
Her private hell hive grows by the day.
Does it or
It
Yes, it does.
genuinely is, and it's
Interesting.
interesting.
Yes, it does.
All right, Paul, pesky Paul. You guys remember that video?
No.
I don't know who did it, but it was like someone did a voiceover of Shai Hulud as Trump. It was really funny.
Oh, yes.
Paul said Testament of Van Lee in Germany came out in 2026, so this would be my
Oh.
favorite. Otherwise, it would be The Furious. My underrated movie would be They Will Kill You. I had so much fun with it. I would give this year a solid B for now.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Good
pretty
answer.
good. Yeah.
Answers.
I love Testament of Van Lee.
That's a great movie.
What a movie.
Okay. Adam Summy says, favorite of the year is unsurprisingly The Odyssey, but my next favorite is very close and is also my pick for a massively underrated release, which is Camp, directed by Avalon Fast. Absolutely must see for TV glow heads, very similar tonally and aesthetically. I've heard a lot about Camp, and I've heard it's amazing.
Camp Rock 3?
Good to
Nope,
know.
that's a different thing
No.
entirely. Did you just say good movie?
No, I said, no, I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
It's not even out yet. It comes out August.
Phil Makes Cocktails says, underrated is She's the He, a beautiful, hilarious coming out story that feels really genuine.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that.
Maya said Maddie's Secret is my favorite of the year so far. This is a big miss for me. I have not seen it just
I
yet.
know. I want you
Same.
to see it. It's so good.
I want to watch it soon. John Early is a genius, and the tonal quality of the film is so uniquely hilarious yet sincere. Death of Robin Hood is my underrated pick. Thought it was way more interesting than the reception it got suggested. I totally agree with you, Maya. Would
I
give
need to
the
watch
year
that
a
too.
B so far.
Okay.
Solid B.
That's
I like that.
that's fair.
Did we give the year a grade?
We did. That was one of our
Yeah,
things.
we did.
I
I
think
think
we all landed around
In the B.
B minus, B plus. Like we're in
Just
the
double
B's.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny Bay says favorites are The Odyssey and The Sheep Detectives, which
Aw,
both are 5 stars for me, so I can't choose just one. That's okay.
fair enough.
Underrated has to be Crime 101.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell
Crime
yeah.
101.
Awesome. Letter grade is an A+ because movies are magic.
Aw,
That's really sweet, Danny. I like
I
that.
love that.
Beautiful.
Louis G28 says, my favorite has been I Love Boosters. Underrated is Mother Mary, and it's a C so far.
Hell yeah.
Oof, tough critics. these
Yeah, but
listeners.
those are some good shouts. I haven't heard Mother Mary in
good
a while.
shouts. I'm seeing
I
a
love
couple
Mother
Mother Mary
cool.
defenders in here.
Marlena Enter said favorite and underrated both have to go to Send Help. Got hype at first and was quickly forgotten. I thought it was so much fun and the gore was awesome. I've been having an awesome year of movies, contrary to what many may say.
Aw.
I'm happy you're having a good
I
year of
know.
movies,
That's great.
Marlena.
The Favoring Wind says favorite, The Invite, I think. Underrated, Hokum. 2026 letter grade, A-, needs more comedy and romance. That's fair.
We
I would
always need
agree
more
with
comedy
that.
and romance.
We do, yeah.
You know what movie's coming up that has both?
Oh, yeah.
One Night Only.
There we go.
I thought we were saying Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. and
that's
I got,
comedy in
I
that.
got really
That's
excited.
But that's, yeah, I was thinking more like rom-com, but you're
Okay,
right.
okay,
That
that's
is the
fair.
better. Well, I haven't seen One Night Only
Yeah, you
yet,
haven't seen
but-
it yet.
We don't know,
Okay.
but we love
Clearly some bias
love
kicking
Camp
in
Miasma.
already.
Well, it was the screen unseen, no?
No.
It was screened early for people.
It was screened early. I don't think it was a screen
Oh.
unseen, though.
No, it might have just been like an early public thing.
Okay, never mind. Okay. It's my turn, right?
Yes, I just went.
Stephen WR says, Blue Heron movie of the year for me, 4.5 stars. And honestly, Alpha or Redux are so underrated. It looks like they gave Alpha 4 stars and Redux 3.5.
Alpha. Forgot about that one.
I know.
movie.
Like doing this made me realize I don't have Alpha on my ranked for the year, and I said,
Yeah.
"Oops, I love
Yeah,
that
did it-
movie."
Oh, I definitely ranked it at some point. Maybe I put it on my
Probably
did for
last
last
year.
year,
We all
yeah.
saw it
Maybe,
last
yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Dominic Kilday said Obsession is my favorite so far, and Is God Is has been pretty underrated. I have the year at a B so far, but I haven't seen The Odyssey yet. I haven't seen Dune 3 yet, obviously. My prescience hasn't kicked in yet. So I'm interested to see if it changes. Been listening since 2021.
Wow.
Love this pod so much. Whoa,
Oh
Dominic.
my God.
Thank you
It's
for
a
being
long
here.
time.
It's a long time.
That's a really long time.
Appreciate you. Good picks.
Yeah, very good picks. Cinamigo Sammy says favorite is still Bone Temple, but most underrated is Tuner. That final scene hit me like a sledgehammer.
Love the final scene.
Really good. Leo Woodall, dude. I'm excited to
Leo
see him
fucking Woodall.
in. Someone
Tony?
just shouted him out. And Tony, yeah.
Because he's good in Tony.
Yay!
Because Tony's a good movie, everyone. I can say it now. Embargo's lifted.
Oh yay!
Oh, yeah.
Tony rocks.
I'm really excited.
Me too.
Okay, Mark Dinosaur says the pro shots of Hadestown and Next to Normal, both musicals, and Tuner deserves more love. Oh dang, forgot the letter grade. Probably a C. I want to
enough.
watch the Hadestown pro shot because I've seen Hadestown.
People
Great
love that.
musical.
My
That
roommate just saw it.
Great
play.
musical.
She said it was good.
Musical.
Musical.
Yep.
Joel said Faith has to be The Odyssey. Watched it twice with my dad in the cinema and was such a mesmerizing experience. Underrated shout would be Hokum. Watched it alone in the cinema, and the only respite I'd get was hearing Billie Jean in the screening next door. B+ year. P.S. Sometimes I get told off at work, but that won't stop me.
That's because we were talking about how people keep
Oh,
mentioning they're
right.
listening to us at work, and we got worried that they're getting in trouble
Oh,
at work.
no.
Got told off?
Yeah, hang
Hey.
on.
Put your
All right,
manager
we'll
on the
s-
headphone
we'll
right now. I'll talk to him right now.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Joel's manager.
Tell him to subscribe to the Patreon.
First of all, you don't know who we are,
Yeah.
but Joel is
you're
still being
doing
very
it.
productive. Yeah, I'm letting the manager know. Joel is still being very productive. He's not missing his quarterly reports.
We may even be boosting morale.
Exactly. If anything, you should be playing the podcast on loud on the speaker.
Yes, for everyone.
Do you have a PA
Here.
system?
Wow.
Play it loud.
Okay.
Good idea.
That was good. Joel, keep your job. Now it's my turn. Brady Wiley says, I started working at the theater last year, so I've had the privilege to see all of the really big movies this year more than once, with The Invite, Project Hail Mary, Obsession, and Odyssey. But my favorite movie of the year was only here for one day, and it was a Monday mystery movie, and that's Nirvana the band, the show, the movie.
Let's
Wow.
go.
Watched it with my friend in the back of the
Obama.
car. Obama. Watched it with my friend in the back of the car on the set car DVD player. Wow, truly a heavenly watch. Underrated pick. I saw Extra Geography at Sundance and loved it and loved the pod. Brady, I saw Extra Geography at Sundance as well, and it's amazing.
Cool.
Yeah. Good
Wow.
shouts.
Cool.
Love that. Kyle PE21 says, love the pod. Thank you. Favorite of the year is definitely The Odyssey. And for underrated, I would say Wasteman. Loved David Johnson and excited to see him as Black Panther. For a grade, I would say B+. Very solid all around with a couple standouts. Another Wasteman shout.
Hello, Wasteman.
Hello.
Yeah, the Wasteman number is about to go boosted right now because of David Johnson casting, which, hey,
Yeah,
happy about
true.
that.
That's awesome.
He's too talented to not be discovered. My turn, huh?
Yep.
Alexander Nicole said, hard not to say The Odyssey. However, Backrooms was very big for us Gen Zers. Also, think Forbidden Fruits is underrated. I forced my friends to watch it, and they were beyond disinterested. The uneven face. What do you call that one? It's like a dash.
Like
Womp womp.
slanted.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Also want to clarify my oh boy comment from last week about the social reckoning was an oh boy of excitement. Thanks, love you guys. Oh.
Yeah.
I remember
There
that
was
now.
some speculation.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know if it was like, oh boy.
Thank you for
like,
clarifying.
Yeah, I appreciate
Thank
the
you for the
clarification.
clarification.
Alexander.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, not a lot of backrooms here.
No, like
Yeah.
very minimally, which I found actually
Obsession
quite
won out.
shocking. Yeah,
Yeah.
Obsession
That's not
wins.
shocking.
That part isn't. That's shocking. Robert says, my favorite movie of the year so far is Project Hail Mary. It is such a feel-good movie with a terrific performance from Ryan Gosling and excellent visual effects. The most underrated is Hokum. It is a scary ghost story that has amazing jump scares, creepy atmosphere, and Adam Scott is always fantastic.
I'm so glad Hokum's
Nice.
getting the love from you guys right now.
I know,
Me
it's
too.
lovely to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vasuki4703 says, my favorite movie this year has been The Odyssey, but special shout out to Leviticus for making me really emotional in the theater. That movie is special to me now. As for
Aw.
underrated, I would say Forbidden Fruits. I haven't heard anyone talk about it except y'all, and so I gave it a shot and was cracking up the whole time. Overall, I would give this year a B+.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Forbidden Fruits is. I kind of want to rewatch it at home and like see how much
Yeah,
I
so
like
do
it.
I.
Not at South by Southwest. It
Yeah.
was so
I
good.
want to give it I liked it when I saw it the first time, but I want to watch it again soon.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Denzel J. Tollenberry. Odyssey is definitely the best and most underrated. JK, my theaters are more filled than Matt Damon's chiseled pecs.
Whoa.
And I agree that Christian Bale needs to do a Nolan movie again. It would have been crazy if he was Agamemnon, sorry Benny, and got to Aura Farm in a Nolan movie once more. Also, I love the pod.
Aw, hi.
Thanks, Denzel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you listening and great answer.
That's awesome. Mattison FSS says, hi guys, my favorite of the year has to either be Obsession or Blue Heron. Quite different than each other, but seeing some exceptional debut filmmaking is the highlight of this year for me. Underrated might be The Death of Robin Hood. I don't think it's a perfect movie by any means, but I think it's full of great imagery, performances, and at least a tempting and interesting contemplation of the character.
You are so right,
Cool.
by the way.
They go on to say, I'd give this year a B so far. I think a lot of the heavy hitters are still to come. I agree.
Yep.
Question for you guys. Are there any film festivals you recommend checking out on the West Coast? Interested in attending my first. Thanks, guys.
Wow.
Anything
Okay, good
local.
picks.
Yeah, seek
Like,
out your locals
What's
for
the
sure.
big one? Not Beyond Fest.
Well, Beyond,
Beyond
Fest
is decently big for
that in
LA,
LA?
but it's
It
like
is, and it's
Okay,
not like
okay.
your typical kind of festival
yeah,
either.
it's a very different vibe.
But like SIF is on in
Yeah,
Seattle.
SIF in Seattle is a decent one. I've gone to that a few times. The selection is a great mix of bigger title and smaller fun indie stuff. If you've never been to Seattle, you should go. It's a great city. But I would echo, like, just look for your local, even
Yeah.
the small stuff that's like for a weekend is going to be an amazing
Really great
experience.
opportunity.
Right.
Long Beach has a
you'd
good
be-
one.
You'd be shocked like what these small festivals get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Some
sure.
awesome
Yeah.
stuff,
Santa Barbara has a good
Yeah, I
one.
was
Long
about to
Beach has a
say.
good one. I think San Francisco has a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So just look at your city and see what they have because they usually will have something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go.
Reddit.
Reddit.
Everything you can find on Reddit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Spooky Islander, cool tag, says my fave of the year so far is the same as what I think is the most underrated. A useful ghost, funny, cute, emotional, and has haunted vacuums. What else could you want? Only recently got AMC A-list, so I missed a lot of early year releases. But from what I have seen so far, I rate the year a solid B.
Nice.
I haven't
B
seen
is
a
good.
useful
We like a
ghost
B.
yet. Yeah.
Let's see here. Rich Serendipity said, I've seen 53 new movies this year. And I'd give 2026 a B- so far.
Okay.
My favorite movie is Obsession because it does everything I want from horror. And the fact that it was made for no money elevates it for me. I also loved Gus Van Sant's Dead Man's Wire. So I say that's underrated.
Hell yeah.
That was a cool
yay.
movie.
That was a fun
It was
movie.
a cool movie.
I like that one. MWK Films says underrated is between a few. Surratt, that was just something beyond to experience and delve into. Then Tuner and Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. While not as good as them both, just went by without any real recognition. Fave is Hamnet, closely followed by Surratt.
Wow.
Nice.
Surratt.
Cool.
I love that movie.
That's a good movie.
That
I
was a
saw
cool
it
movie.
so late and I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Bree Lab says, my favorite movie of the year so far is Pillion. Gay biker Alex Skarsgård changed my life. For most underrated, I'll say Carolina, Wasteman, and Leviticus. I think overall, the first half of the year has been really great, and I'm excited for what's to come.
Okay.
Good
Hell yeah.
list. Good picks.
Alex said favorite still goes to Project Hail Mary, even though the praise seems to have stopped. It's there still.
It's definitely there.
Undertone goes down as the most underrated. One of the scariest in-theater experiences I've ever had, and all comes down to excellent sound design. Overall, grade is a B+, with plenty more to come out.
Wow. Yeah, Undertone, I need to watch that at some point.
I do
'cause
too.
If people were so split on it, I'm curious.
I'm excited for you guys to watch it.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, and then it's my turn.
Yep.
The Willow Steel says, thank you, Sid, for the 28 years later The Bone Temple rep. My number 2 of the year so far, just behind The Odyssey.
Love Bone
Oh,
Temple.
nice.
Shout out Bone Temple.
Nice. Me too. Carly Kaufman says, not enough people gave love to Forbidden Fruits, but also thank you, Clara, for the rec. She's the he.
yay.
So underrated, but so good and scratches the itch for 2000s nostalgia coming of age comedy.
There you go. Oh, A
Cool.
for the grade?
Oh,
A for the grade.
Good
Yes.
grade.
Or did they just say A and then they didn't finish their sentence?
No, I
No,
think
I
that
think it
was
was
the
the
grade.
A, really cool pod.
A.
Deer, just deer. Actual deer? Maybe not.
I hope so.
Hey, y'all. Huge fan of the pod. Thanks, deer. I didn't know we were infiltrating the deer community.
We are.
My favorite movie of the first half of 2026 is Backrooms. It took a while to really let it take that title, but it was one of those moments where, despite the flaws, I think I agree with, it spoke to me in such a special way that it makes me consistently think about it. I think I just understand what Kane is going for and love how committed every department is to creating this weird ass movie. Love it.
Awesome.
I'm glad you love
Cool.
Backrooms.
Yeah,
It's a
that
great
rocks.
movie. I liked Backrooms.
Yeah. Okay.
turn.
Connor Reed says favorite of the year is Obsession, and underrated is the drama. Pizza movie too.
Oh, hell yeah. Pizza movie shout.
Pizza movie got
movie
a good little handful of
representation.
shouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
In big 2026. Okay, I like that.
Isaac Chow says, fave the invite, underrated, Mother Mary, Tinsman Road, and Return to Silent Hill. I am its only defender.
Hey, you stand on that hill proud, okay?
Oh yeah. Tinsman
Grade.
Road mention is huge.
Tinsman Road.
It is a Silent Hill.
Sid, that was really
That
good.
was better than any pun I had today. Nice job.
And they said
So happy for you.
grade B.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The Cheese Uprise. Congrats on reaching 300.
Thank you.
King
thanks.
Leonidas would be proud. He would be. Favorite so far is The Odyssey, a rare film that made me want to rewatch it immediately. Bone Temple is underrated for me. Number the Beast Needle Drop is one of the best in film. I believe so far it's a B+ year. We have generational filmmakers like Nolan releasing prestige summer blockbusters, along with young filmmakers like Parsons and Barker. breaking out in the box office. Really make it feel like movies are back.
Hell yeah.
I
That's
agree.
awesome.
Cool.
Daniel Delaporte says underrated is voicemails for Isabel. Under popular is the invite.
Okay. Under popular.
Yeah, like
Which I-
underseen versus
Oh, I
underrated.
see. I see.
Exactly. Which I would
The-
I think
the
that's
invite?
fair. Yeah, the invite.
Fair
Very
enough. Fair
fair.
enough.
More people should see it.
Yes.
Justin says, favorite is Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. My underrated pick is The Last One for the Road, a great Italian movie that I saw at a film festival but is on the Letterboxd video store now. I would give this
Oh.
year so far a B.
Awesome.
like
Okay,
it.
Last One for the Road.
Most awesome Jeff said, my favorite of the year has to be Obsession. I'm typically not one to watch horror movies multiple times, but it has such a great cast and great pacing that I end up seeing it in theaters 10 times.
Wow.
How many
10
letterbox hearts does that
times?
earn with Joe's metric? Just one, because the app only allows one. Most underrated
times. Good
is either
Lord.
Forbidden Fruits or Euripcha, both of which more people need to see, so I have an excuse to talk about them more. Overall, I give the first half of 2026 a solid B+.
Awesome.
Nice.
enough.
Good one. Silly Fortnite Gamer 2008 says,
Jesus Christ.
I love when they're like a mouthful. It's so funny. They said, hey guys, I would give this year a B+. I rated 3 films 5 stars out of 52 and only 7 films that I didn't really like. That's not bad at
That's
all.
not bad.
My favorite movie of the year so far would be the drama. I'm just a sucker for Robert Pattinson, lol. And an underrated film would have to be either She's the He or Over Your Dead Body. 2 really funny movies. Good shots.
Nice. Yeah, 52 movies is a lot.
Yeah.
It is.
Zach Farias says, I'd give this year an A- so far. I was sitting at a solid B, but then The Odyssey came out and blew me away. That's def my fave movie of the year so far. Most underrated has to be Disclosure Day and Forbidden Fruits. Oh my God, a Disclosure,
Disclosure Day
Day shout out.
It got a couple underrated. And I was
in
like,
big
Yay!
2026.
in July of 2026?
Loved the way Disclosure Day made me feel, and Emily Blunt gave an incredible performance, maybe her best. Forbidden Fruits is just a lot of fun, and I loved Victoria Pedretti in it. Big fan of the pod. I'm 26 and live in Texas. Seems like y'all like knowing demographics, lol.
I love demographic numbers.
Yes, we do.
love
Thank
data.
you.
I love a chart.
Appreciate that.
Interesting.
Dong EX 97. Dong X 97.
or Dog
Dong.
X.
Or Dong. Oh, we had this conversation.
We have.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
It's all coming back to me now. I'd probably give this year a B. Blue Heron and The Invite were simply 2 perfect movies in my opinion, but I've generally less wowed compared to last year. Not underrated, but movies that deserve love is Avatar Aang. No, it's not perfect, but as a fan of the show, damn was it good to see the gang again, and I only wish it would have been on the silver screen and not my living room TV. Hashtag fuck Paramount.
Get them. Get
Get
their
'em.
asses. Get their
Hashtag
asses.
Hashtag fuck Paramount. I echo that sentiment.
Yeah,
The movie's solid. I enjoyed that movie a lot and would have been really cool to see it in theaters.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Last round. Go ahead, Clara.
Okay. Otto Connor says, favorite The Odyssey, underrated The Christophers.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with that.
I keep forgetting that came out.
And then we've got a curveball here.
Oh, shit.
Otto Connor goes, worst. Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Oh, wait, say it again?
The curveball is that he's giving us a worst.
Oh, okay.
And it's Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Damn.
Fair.
Poor Lee Cronin.
Sad.
That's his movie.
It's his
That is
movie.
his movie.
we know he
And
made
boy,
it.
we
And
won't
no one
forget
else
it.
No one won't forget it.
Let's see. Mira Vandenhout says, my favorite movie of this year has to be I Swear. Technically a 2025 release, but it came out in my country in 2026. My underrated picks are Jim Queen, a French animated movie where a disease is turning people straight. It is so funny. Also, Finding Emily, a refreshing rom-com. Loved it. I would give the year an A- so far.
Love that. Finding
Good,
Emily comes out
yeah.
finally for us this August.
Yes, I'm
Oh,
excited.
really?
I'm
Is
really
Jim
looking forward
Queen
to it.
out here properly? That
No.
was like
No.
a last year thing, wasn't it?
No, it
Oh,
premiered
really?
at Cannes this year. So
Okay.
my guess is it's
Oh, it was
probably
at
had
Cannes.
a European release already.
Okay, very
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Last one. Amanda Trevino said, my favorite movie of the year is definitely Backrooms. I'm a huge
Yay.
fan of the web series,
Cool.
and this movie was a great addition to that saga. My underrated gem is probably The Invite, just because I haven't seen many people talking about it, as I thought they would have been. And overall, I'd give the first half of the year B+. It's been a good amount of solid movies with a handful of great ones.
Awesome.
I agree with that, Armando.
Yeah.
Good way to end. Yeah.
For some stats for you guys, the most mentioned movie for favorites, as you can probably guess, boom, 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 boom.
Whoa.
A face.
Whoa, that was good.
A trick.
I've seen it a lot. A flea. The Odyssey, 64 mentions. Then Project Hail Mary and The Invite tied 25 mentions. Obsession, 20 mentions. Nirvana, 13. Bone Temple, 11. Drama, Blue Heron, Backrooms, Boosters. Round out to the most mentioned. Underrated Tuner had the most mentions. Then Bone Temple, Forbidden Fruits, Is God Is, Mother Mary, Wasteman, Alpha, Hokum, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, Boosters, and Send Help.
Awesome.
Wow.
And that is your underrated. And for the grade, we got B plus the mention the most times.
Yep.
Then B,
Fair.
then A, then B minus, then A minus, then A plus, then C plus, C, and C minus.
Yep.
Okay.
Mostly positive. People are feeling good this year.
No D's.
No Ds.
Nothing lower than a C minus, which I
Okay.
think is pretty important to note.
I like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that is now the conclusion of the episode. We thank you so much for listening to this episode. Check us out on Patreon once again. Leave a rating on Apple and a review on Apple. That always help us out. And a rating on Spotify. Next week on the pod, double feature of One Night Only and Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. That's everything, right? Got it all?
We did it.
Knocked
think
it out.
so.
Nailed
Perfect.
it.
That's the end. And that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day, night, weekend, and we will see you guys later.
Goodbye, listeners.
Bye-bye.
Oh, whoa!
Switch
Love
out of
that.
here.
Love that.
Okay.